Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa!
Now we back to that shit.
Yeah. Dallas had.
What's the
Cowboys?
Dallas?
Okay.
Dallas.
No Cowboy. All right, make sure you're not back.
Ain't nothing Dallas Cowboy about
Just
this.
a Dallas star.
Just a
Triple
Dallas.
D, baby.
What is Triple D?
Dallas. What they say from Dallas. I got a Triple D tattoo.
What are the other two Ds? Why is it Triple D?
This.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Why you questioning?
Dallas dangerous dog.
I'm just trying to get some perspective.
Questioning my D, man.
Yeah.
Leave my D alone.
Shit, why you questioning my hood, baby? Talking about?
Hey, do you know how many tattoos you have?
No.
Or have you lost track of some?
After the first one.
Okay.
After the first one.
They wanted to know.
No, if somebody know, if you got multiple tattoos, you know exactly how many tattoos you have, then you don't have enough.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like if you got multiple and you can count them, you don't have enough.
After 7, you just be like,
I can't tell you when. I probably got 7 one summer.
Yeah. Okay, you good? How you back on the couch? Your prediction came true. Last week you said this time this week the Mavs would be up 3-0.
I'm
They
glad
are
y'all
up 3-0.
recognize my, yeah.
They are 3-0.
Absolutely. Nah, hey.
Ken Stradamus. We got Shai Stradamus on this side, Ken Stradamus on this side.
Nah, we watching this shit and just look how it looks, man. Like, it doesn't look good for Minnesota. It didn't look good. I went by 1, 5, 12, 30. It's just how it looks.
yeah.
Ooh, it might be looking like Cancun on 3 tonight, but this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. What's going down, Gil? The custom hats that haven't made their way to anybody else in the crew.
That's great. My fault. That's great.
We would like to support the show as well. I got the tough crowd. I've been milking this for the past few months. But, okay, all right.
Step the game up. I don't even think this is for me. It was XX.
Just took it.
Yeah.
And on this side of the couch, a man that goes by many names, Championship Charles, Cemetery Larry, Rashad McCants, representing Boston Celtics. Make sure the trophy. Make sure they can see the trophy. And representing Triple D. I used to think that stands for Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, one of my favorite shows. Shout out Guy Fieri. But Kenyon Martin back in the building. Two-time Eastern Conference Finals champion. Kenyon Martin, you got to show love. That's an achievement.
No, it's not.
What?
You crazy as hell.
More than what I got.
I was trying to win the division.
Trying to get in the playoffs.
Fucking hanging them banners. Yeah, they hanging up there. They don't nobody remember
You're a champion.
and got swept.
It don't matter.
First got there, got swept.
Those are the only 2 that's in the building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big thing.
Banners are banners.
Yeah, they ain't got shit else hanging up there. Trust me.
For all the fans out there, we now have 2 viewing options for the show, our traditional version that you know and love, and a vertical mobile version for everybody watching on their phones. Pick whichever one you want to watch. I suggested yesterday you watch both. Get the laptop up, get the phone up. 2 views better than 1. 1 is so close to none. So get it going. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Celtics swept the Pacers to advance to their second finals in the last 3 seasons. Will Tatum and Brown lead Boston to a record 18th championship? All signs are pointing to LeBron becoming a free agent this summer. If he doesn't come back to the Lakers, which other teams give him the best chance at winning another ring? And the Clippers are set to move to their new arena next season. But can they trust Kawhi to be healthy enough to be the face of the franchise? But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Please help us out. Download the app, use promo code GIL, and you can receive up to $250 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em if you act right now. And as always, we do MostlyFans at the end of every show. If you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username and we use it on the show, you get a $50 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account if you send us the video at mostlyfansgil@gmail.com and keep that thing under 30 seconds out of respect for our producers and our talent. And you're a member of Underdog Fantasy, you get a $100 bonus to your account. And we do this show live, Monday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube If you can't watch with us on YouTube for some reason, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. All right, we got big game tonight. Wolves season's on the line. Kyrie 14-0 in closeout games. Ooh, none of us thought this would happen. I thought we needed to extend this thing. We need content, y'all, right? It's about to get real slow.
No, none
I told
of
you
y'all.
I told you at the Sparks game.
Yeah, none of y'all thought
we
this
need
was
more
gonna
games.
happen.
I thought Adam Silver, Scott
Y'all
Foster worked their
thought this was
magic.
gonna happen.
Tony Brothers, more like Tony Others. Nobody's delivering. But we got
They
one
still gotta
playoff
play the
game.
finals.
What?
Yeah, still got to play the finals.
Yeah, but that's not till next Thursday.
Hey,
It's gonna be a lot of LeBron talk around here. But we got one playoff game tonight, 3 WNBA games. We'll go around the couch, get one pick from everybody that they like tonight. This will make the Gills Arena pick 'em for the night. So fade us or rock with us if you like the picks. Rock with us if you want to make some bread. Fade us if you do not. So we're gonna start with you, Gil. You got De'Arica Hamby, higher or lower, first half, 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined.
Higher.
She has been doing her thing.
Yeah, little AD's getting off.
Balling. Going.
You know, Anthony Davis on the female side with stronger legs.
Why can't
We were stronger legs.
why can't AD be big De'Arica Hamby?
nah.
Because he don't got the legs.
Oh, you don't got.
She killed on Friday.
Yeah, she was balling. She's been balling the past few games,
Yeah.
doing her thing. You know, as you guys betrayed us and Lexi and allowed the Sparks to lose, not cheering loud enough, not showing allegiance to the soil.
Brandon usually sits here.
Yeah. You was with him. You didn't stop it.
I didn't.
You saw it going on.
Yeah, I was doing.
I
the
still
bird.
can't
I was
believe he
doing
dipped
the-
out at halftime.
I was doing the bird for Caitlin when she hit that shot, so I ain't gonna lie.
He left. I was like,
He
"Where?"
said I did the bird for keeping.
We didn't add. What was that wing celebration? What was the bird celebration for
It was
Caitlin?
Iowa. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Hawkeyes? Okay. Just making sure. But yeah, I saw Brandon dip out before the half. I was like, where'd you go? He's like, I had to go to the tunnel, let Caitlin Clark know what time it was.
Leadership.
That's being a leader. All right, we're going to move on to Kenyon. So Kenyon, Nas Reed, higher or lower, 13 points.
Higher.
He has been balling. Maybe their only hope.
Yeah, he a mismatch out there.
So Rashad, we're going to move over to you. Jaden McDaniels, higher or lower, 10.5 points.
Higher.
You think he's going to have a good game?
He got to.
Are the Timberwolves going to win tonight?
No.
They ain't got no choice.
I mean, they do have the choice to lose and get it over with.
Ain't no choice. It's one little button to push. Win.
That shit over.
And finally, my pick,
Smack tonight.
Karl Anthony Towns, higher or lower, 19.5 points. Cat has been shooting up to 1,500 shots per day. I believe him, because it could be one, could be 1,500. I believe he is a fan of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa. And watch the show yesterday. Gil heard you. Tell him he need to get his big ass in the post.
Yeah.
So I think he will have higher than 19.5 points tonight. Come on, Kenyon.
I don't know.
That means they're going to bench Rudy.
Yeah.
Big purr.
Yeah.
He gonna baby poo down him leg.
They're gonna bench Rudy. Cool.
So Cat has averaged 19.5 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6 elimination games in his career. Come on, Cat, help us help you. Get it back. We'll say nice things on this very couch on Wednesday.
That's our trade-off, huh?
What?
We'll see nice.
We have power. We're not the square meter, but we do have some power. All right, we got a lot to get into today. We will talk the Celtics momentarily, but got to talk about another team in the Eastern Conference first, specifically their star player. So after another disappointing early playoff exit this season, the Sixers will likely be one of the major players in the free agent market this summer, with the potential to create enough cap space to add another max player to join former MVP Joel Embiid and most improved player Tyrese Maxey. But according to Yahoo Sports' Jake Fisher, he's spoken with several agents who are advising their clients to think twice before teaming up with Embiid, given his history of injury in the postseason and not being 100%. So Embiid has only missed a total of 8 out of 67 Sixers playoff games in his career, but has been hampered by a variety of injuries, especially the past few years. This season, he only played 39 games, underwent surgery to repair meniscus in his left knee in February, but returned in April for the last few games of the regular season, played in every playoff game this postseason, but obviously wasn't 100%. So Gil, I ask you first, should Embiid's injury history discourage free agents and stars from wanting to play with the Sixers?
What type of free agent? I mean, how many top free agents actually went to Philly? Yeah, so they can use Embiid all they want. It's Philadelphia themselves. A lot of top free agents don't go to certain cities, so that's already hurting the team.
You feel like Philly is a city that's not a prime destination for agents? They got cheesesteaks near the water.
That's where Paul George gonna go.
You think PG?
Did you say near the what?
Philly,
No, you said they got cheesesteaks and they near what?
near the water.
What water?
What water?
There's water by Philly.
There's a lake.
Lake Philadelphia?
I think the lake is water.
But
Philly.
he talking about like it's the fucking like it's
Pool is water too. So
The bottle is water.
Like he
They
said,
got
but-
rivers. They got
I'm
things
just
going
trying
down.
to get some clarification. What body of water is this man speaking of?
You talking about the ocean?
he went to the map.
I had to pull the map up. They got the joint by the hotel where the All-Star Weekend was. The
creek.
You were there.
That's what you're thinking about. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
that
about.
big whatever. it was.
Reservoir.
Okay, enough. It's a body of water. They got cheesesteak.
Okay, let's go back to cheese. They got cheese.
Cheesecake, yeah. The,
Liberty Bell,
Liberty Bell.
Eagles.
No, it's just
Nah,
a tough
but-
place. No, that's
I had to pull up the map.
yo, Midwest cities. A lot of East Coast teams have a hard time because it's just gloomy, man.
Delaware River is what I was thinking of, but
Okay, river, lake.
it's water.
Okay, who want? But you trying to use that as a selling point, though.
We got water.
You trying to use that?
You're
as a
not
selling point
landlocked.
for free agent.
Man, you got water. Close to New York.
We got this riverboat for you. Here you go.
Close to New York.
Ain't giving no
Riverboat
yacht.
tour.
Yeah, they give a riverboat tour. They got
You know, I'm fucking with
you got the casino right there. Like but it's just tough, man. Certain places, like you were saying, like the Phillies, the Detroits, the Clevelands, the Indianapolises it's just tough, man.
Memphis.
Man, it's just tough.
So what do you think about the report that agents are telling their clients think twice? Were they thinking twice already because of those factors?
So no, but if it's a real basketball player and a real hooper, he's getting hurt because he's been overused. Shit, like if you got some help, you got another guy out there averaging 25 with him, like he had a little help now with Tyrese. You get somebody else that's averaging, you probably don't have to do as much. But he's a big guy. Just injuries happen, man, when you're a certain size, man, of a person. It's unfortunate that his happens during that time when it does, man. It's just like people act like athletes plan on and want to fucking get hurt. Like, you know what? Embiid saying, you know what? I don't want to be healthy for the playoffs, y'all. So let me go get my meniscus worked on and like let's.
Come on, man.
Like no, man. Like it's just it's unfortunate part of sports, and that his happens at this time of year. It's like it's a lot of wear and tear on him, and it's just part of the game, unfortunately, man. But should nobody be discouraged if he's fucking MVP? Like, would have won it again. Like, just be honest. Like, would have won the bitch again. So why would I signed up to go play with MVP and that pass? You gonna get looks and
Context, Context.
I'm with
What
you.
he's saying is the agents is telling guys, you might want to not consider going there because he not healthy. Think about that advisement though. Like, think about like, this is what type of encouragement is happening in our league where guys, like you said, if you're a hooper, you want to go hoop and win, got a chance to go play with Embiid, why wouldn't you, right? Yeah. Philly's not a bad place to be. It's not a bad city. But then like what you said, like how many big free agents actually go to Philly and sign? History says not many. All right, so but you see that the league is changing because it's money driven. So if Philly can offer you a certain bag
right now,
these kids are gonna go and play in Philly. But it's like right now we're at a precipice where a lot of our stars are older. So they already know the deal about where to go and when to go. But it's the younger guys like the Jaylen Greens and those guys are like, well, if the money right, I'll go. It don't matter. So it's like with a guy like Embiid or a guy like Ja or Booker or one of those guys, they cornerstone franchise guys, whether they get hurt or not playing, whatever the case may be, it shouldn't stop nobody from going to play a hoop if you can win, if you can contribute to winning.
So I call cap.
You feel like that's not going down good?
No, because obviously, if you're an agent, you get paid by a percentage of that person's contract. So if Philly is throwing big money at people to come there, you're not going to be an agent telling got
a max deal on the table.
So most likely,
but if it's max deals with a few different teams and say Philly's one of them, would that be a situation where it's like,
no, this is what this really is. It's whoever owns Philly's agent. They don't want their players to get traded or moved, so they're pretending they're just throwing that extra. Hey, yeah, there's a lot of people out there saying they don't want to play here because now Philly's going to be scared to go after or trade any of their assets, thinking they're not going to get any free agents. Right? You know, Tobias Harris' agent. Right? You got to think about some people's agents out there who don't really want to leave.
Yeah, because he definitely free agent. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of that bullshit sourcing. That they're
Sources
throwing the source and say.
A couple teams, agents, who? What's their clients, goddammit? I guarantee they own Philly, trying to get paid because I'm pretty sure
hey, don't come here.
Tobias is only valued there at this point, not anywhere else. So I'm pretty sure one of his agents is one of them. Oubre's agent. We can just
Can't go back to Orlando.
Allegedly.
Who?
You don't
I
think
think Kelly
Orlando
Oubre
take him
gonna
back?
play.
Tobias?
Yeah.
No, that's part
Because
of
remember, Orlando was where he kind of got his.
He's older, man. He has to
That's
go.
part of it. That's same
That's what I'm saying, for
position.
backup though. Just vet leadership.
Because he can
put out there
he
and
can
play.
be a stretch 3-4 for a team that really needs it.
Tobias?
Right now?
They needed him this year.
Who?
Philly.
He averaged 15. He was consistent with
He was consistent at 15. He was
What he's been
consistent at
averaging.
15.
Yeah, he lets his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talking about the series. We talking about
Six.
the-
That shit was a wash.
the last 5 games.
Against Miami, against nigga, that shit was a wash.
He was J. Cole. He gave up.
Absolutely, that shit was,
Take it on the chin.
He took it on the team. You know what?
And the-
Got my
yo,
shit
I
out.
don't want no parts of this.
And the final game and the only shot that he took in the closeout game, it was in the last minute of the game, bro.
Just to get one up.
No, the ball bounced to him and it was like a fadeaway. He shot the bitch, man. It was his only shot of the whole game. I thought he got one off early. This nigga shot that motherfucker in the 25th hour, literally.
He was out there taking it.
It did not go in the
Cardio
basket.
game.
So yeah, I don't believe in it.
So okay, but moving forward, what type of player should the Sixers be looking for to complement Embiid and Maxey? Maxey eligible for extension this offseason.
There's
Paul
only
George.
nah.
Paul George is the perfect piece for them. And he up, and they looking to shorthand him in the Clippers. They got more money to offer him in Philly. It all makes sense.
Nah.
He just got to be willing to leave home.
They need some shoes.
They need one man. That's Jimmy Butler.
See Jimmy gonna go back?
Because he didn't want to leave. Him and Embiid, it was a coach that didn't want him. So Jimmy Butler back, he'll keep big fella under control, right? He's gonna demand from big fella, right?
So Jimmy extension eligible this summer. Pat Riley
Yeah.
unsure if the Heat are gonna give him that bread, but
But are they gonna have the only way they have enough? Because Tobias is free.
they can make some wiggle room with the roster. They can,
So they can let
renounce
Tobias
some rights. Yeah, they can. Yeah, let some.
Because they
people
got to
get
sign
free
Maxey to the max.
Yeah, but it'll be a smaller max, right? Because he
Not
didn't make
super
all
max,
NBA
just regular max.
All NBA
Yeah,
team.
regular match.
Yeah, there's regular max. That's crazy when you say max. You gotta there's another one. there's a
So then it's not technically the max. If it's the max and a super max, then the max is not the max.
So you'd rather have Jimmy Butler over PG? Wow.
You need control. You need a real alpha in the locker room. Or you need someone who, nigga coming to the gym with 17 hamburgers. You can't have that shit in the playoffs, man. Jimmy ain't playing that shit. Like he ain't playing
He
when he
don't
was.
show up to the playoffs.
Who?
Jimmy.
What are we talking about?
He don't show up to the playoffs.
You mean I show up to playoff Jimmy?
Yeah.
Hendricks?
He don't
Jimmy
show up until the playoffs. He takes the whole season off.
No, that's just a rumor.
We watched it.
That's like
It's just a rumor.
that's a full-
He actually said it out loud.
Yeah,
like,
he says it, but if you look at the stats, it ain't really no different.
21.
Like that. Yeah, it ain't really no different. So, but there needs to be like a check and balance, and ever since Jimmy left, it's kind of been. Remember, there was one shot away that famous Kawhi shot that bounced. They were.
It's a cold game.
So
Jimmy was on that team?
yeah,
So Kenyon, with Paul George or Jimmy Butler,
it was like that
Be a
second,
better fit
technically
with the
the second
Sixers.
hour. Yeah,
It's crazy.
that was their mistake.
Damn, he was right there, huh?
I think Jimmy Butler. For who their coach is.
he gonna work you.
Yeah, Nick Nurse needs somebody that's going to.
Yeah. Be him. Be him on there.
Yeah, so. But they need some shooting as well. Like, they need like guys who can make shots.
Flat out shooting.
Yeah, because then you'd be reluctant to dig and help on Embiid and shit like that. And Tyrese Maxey gets to play in space, going downhill, using his best attribute, which is his speed.
Yep.
So you can't help because you got dead-eye shooters over there. Like, you can't put a couple of them out there with him.
I'll be honest. One thing we don't be talking about when we talk about shit like this is the bench. They need a bench. They need some scorers. They need some vets. They need to let young guys like KJ play. Like, they're not extending their full roster. And you look at other teams, they extending their rosters. And it's like, if you ain't picking up no free agents and that's gonna be role players, it's tough. Like, how tough?
You know what the problem is? The only move they can really do is say, all right, we're gonna let Tobias go and then overpay. Like, they have to overpay for talent.
They got the money.
Yeah, so that's the thing they're gonna do. They have to pay Maxey, and then you let Tobias go so you can have all that money, and then some dude, let's say somebody out there that can guarantee you about 18 to 22, right? And somebody's offering them 20 and y'all got 35 to offer, give it to them. Other than that, you're not gonna be able to match dollar for dollar with anybody. Right, I mean, it's just the only teams that can really if you're worth 35 and they offer you 25, that's only Cali. Only Lakers, Clippers, maybe Golden State. Maybe Golden State now.
Sacramento.
Nah, nobody going to Sacramento.
It's our state's capital.
Because you're going to make it up in, you have to make it up in the market itself. So being in the LA market, being Gold State with all the investments and, Silicon Valley, so you can make that kind of money back up. So there's only a few teams that can just, New York.
So, again, when you were a free agent, how much did you prioritize getting the bag versus going to a team you thought could be
100%.
All bag related?
All 100%.
So it didn't matter whoever had the most
100%.
bread? Whoever had the most bread?
I'm a lion.
Okay, thank you.
On my first one, it was obviously the money because I was asking for the max, knowing I wasn't getting the max, but just you got to throw it out there, Maybe they just, somebody was dumb. And Utah offered me the most, but I thought it'd be career suicide. John Stockton just retired, and my style is coming in there. I'm like, yeah, that's. So I was basically trying to put myself in a position where I could be successful. So ended up going to
Wizards.
Washington.
Clippers were in the mix too.
Yeah.
How much thought did you give that and did that franchise's history?
I said, earlier that I flipped between the Clippers, but I didn't want to play. I didn't want to be home.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why I was like throwing the max out there. So when I signed for 63, a lot of people was mad, like y'all saying the max, and he signed for 63. We could have got the 63, but I didn't want to be home. I was trying to really establish myself. So coming back here, like I'm good.
What was the difference between Utah and Washington? Utah was probably better. Were they better?
No, but it was John Stockton just retired.
You was talking about the system suicide of you having to play system point guard.
Like me and John, like they used to sitting here doing this, and I'm sitting here trying to, like I don't. That's what I said. That would have been the correct. It felt like that for me. Like I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather go there where I'm following.
Get this darky out of here.
Yeah. A lot of boys. Passive boy, Kenyon. Obviously, you traded from the Nets to the Nuggets. How did you end up in that situation? And were the Nuggets your first choice?
No, I was a free agent. No, staying with the Nets was my first choice.
Okay.
I was a free agent.
So then when you were a free agent, did you prioritize looking at a squad like the Nuggets, or was it just the most bread?
No, they didn't. Like, new ownership kind of forced my hand with the Nets. They, had a group, and one particular guy had 51%, and the other, however many people was in the other group had the 49%. So the 49% said yeah, and he had majority, so he said no. So they didn't resign me. So she had to go find a team at that point, because I had no intentions on leaving. Like I just made the All-Star team. We lost to Detroit that year. They went to win it. We felt whoever came out of the East that year, we had a chance to win it. So I had no intentions on leaving, but they, like I said, they forced my hand in free agency. So never got a phone call, never got a contract offer from the Nets.
Okay.
So when I was,
Nothing?
to this day. And so for me to maximize the contract, that's why they did the sign and trade with the Nuggets. You can lose him for nothing, or you can get something back because they didn't want to pay me. So because the Nets could offer me the most money because it was my team, so I signed the max with them and then signed a trade.
Okay. Cool. So,
but it was Utah had money to offer. I was getting ready to go visit Utah, and they called me and told me I didn't have to come because they had just signed Carlos Boozer for 66.
Yeah, I remember that.
The trick play.
Because that's the year prior to me being a free agent, I turned down 66. So me going into my fourth year, I turned down 66 from the Nets.
Oh, so you wasn't even you wasn't even expecting Carlos Boozer to be a free agent.
No.
He was still in
Nobody.
Cleveland.
So they say he did the dirty shit with the.
I ain't gonna call it dirty, but he got them for a loop. So he did. So he had a 3-year deal with them, right? So after my contract, where it was a 2-year deal, the Arenas rule, and then they started doing second round 3 years. So it was like so he had a 2-year deal with a team option for the third. So he was balling. So he said, they were offering him like the $24 million deal. So I guess his wife at the time, or girlfriend at the time, said, yeah, we want to sign here. We'll sign for the money. Just let him out of his deal so we can re-up, right? But she was already negotiating with Utah. If you can get him out, we got the money for you. So she was doing everything about, we want to be here, boom. Because if he becomes a free agent next year, boom, it'll be big money, so it's cheaper. And then he let his ass out. He took off.
Fucking when the sign
I was
Utah,
gone.
I was in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta. I was leaving Atlanta to go to Utah.
Delta?
Yeah. Like the Hawks Hawks had a little money, but they couldn't pay me what I was worth. Right? What I was. So I'm getting ready to leave Atlanta and go. And they called me, like, well, yeah, you can tell Kenyon you don't have to come now. Yeah, we just signed Carlos Boozer for the 66. I was like, oh shit, all right, because I was just trying to use y'all to run the price up, to be honest. But shit.
I was like, wait, Carlos Boozer left?
Yeah,
I thought he was under contract. And then when I heard about it, I was like, oh, they genius over there.
They didn't motherfucking play. They had to, the owner was blind at the time, right? They like, you did this to the blind man, dog. You dirty as shit, dog.
He can hear.
Right? That's what they were saying. Like, you dirty as shit, dude. You did that. Yeah. You didn't see that coming. You didn't see that coming.
Who's driving this ship? Stevie Wonder? Motherfucker, you see that motherfucking chick right there?
They said that. I'm like, oh, Boozy. That's why people like Boozy dirty as shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen.
Did that to the handicap man, dog.
I mean, they trying to get him for 24 when he was worth more, so shit. Whoever got who first, I guess.
Yeah, that was like I said, if the Nets would have offered me 80, when they offered me the 66, if they would have offered me 80, I would have took it. Like, no question about it. Like, it was, like, that was the number I had in my head. Because most of the power forwards at the time, that's what they was getting.
Was that the second max? I thought the first max was like 65. 5 for 65.
Nah.
That's what Al Jefferson got.
6 for 66.
Al Jefferson, I don't think he got the max.
6 for 66.
Yeah, he got the max.
No, people said, no, everybody thought I was fucking nuts.
Now, yours was 84?
84 was the max.
Yeah, his max was 84.
That was the max.
And you just
They would
wanted
offer me
80.
80.
You said you would give him 4 back. All right.
That's what I said. I know I was knowing the numbers, so like
84 was the max.
Yeah.
That's what
2004.
That's what guys was getting,
2004.
right?
Damn, that's crazy.
So a lot of the power forwards, that's what they. And I was year 3. I thought I should have made the All-Star team. That summer they offered me 66. 6 for 66. I told them nah.
Yeah.
6 for 66?
Yeah.
Damn.
The next year I made the All-Star team.
So was you still were you on the 7-year? Could you sign 7 years?
That's what I signed.
7 year, okay.
Yeah, I maxed it out.
Yeah.
Like what it was, whatever the year was, and the dollar like he kept coming back to me like, shit, we can ask for more.
Yeah.
Like we was at a certain number, he said, "Shit, I'm gonna call you right back." He came back, and we can ask for more. And the next time he came, I was like, "Hey man, stop." Listen, I told him before these fucking people change their mind.
But they changed their mind.
I told him straight up, "Hey, that's enough. All right, I appreciate you working hard negotiating, but stop."
How stressful? I mean, because obviously I'm a broke boy, but I'm saying, how stressful of a situation is that?
Oh, it was nothing. I was in Vegas.
But when you hear that number, and that's the number I want. And they're like, no, we can.
Yeah.
Like,
but
let me get the bread.
anything,
But that's what it is. It's like
anything above what it.
I tell people in free agents, forget what your agent's talking about. Have a number in your mind, right? Because your agent's gonna tell you one thing. Have a number in your mind that you know you're satisfied with, because when they say it and then you start negotiating and that bitch get under, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna regret it.
Yeah, because what he was, it was like, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's why it's a half in there, like 92 and a half. They was like, why is that half? Like, cuz I told him stop. Shit, like chill. All right, we didn't pass go a few times around this motherfucker.
So, question for the couch: if the bread is comparable, would you rather be the number 1 option on a bottom feeder or the number 3 option on a contender? Comparable bread.
No, it won't be comparable. Stop. Don't try that.
Because if you
don't lie to these people. Because if you're number 1 option, goddamn it, you the max or the super max.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you third option, you get paid third option. So say that again. The correct way.
Gil, you say it the correct way because the skills ready to present more.
No, because there's no comparison.
So number 1 option on the body.
The numbers are not equal.
But number 1 option on the bottom feeder or number 3 option on the championship level team?
Give me the number 1 option on the bottom feeder, and we can talk about adding some pieces around it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna need that 75.
For sure.
75. What year am I?
Yes.
I was gonna say, let's say 7th year.
7th year?
7th year in the NBA.
You know what the numbers are?
Yeah. I'll be a bottom feeder. One more contract.
One more contract.
One more contract.
And that's the point I was getting to, but eventually it comes.
Third team All NBA, baby.
So early, and Rashad, I know we've had this conversation before. So you're in that same situation. Are you trying to gear toward the championship? Just from the standpoint of, you can call yourself the third option, but if this team makes a deep playoff run, especially nowadays the way things pan out, there's a potential you could put yourself in a position.
And you making 17 and I'm making 75.
See that? You gotta what's the numbers for the third? What's the numbers?
That is about 17.
17 a year?
Yeah.
You're like Miles Turner, third option.
17 a year?
Yeah.
And I'm making 75.
I'm thinking more higher end, Gil. Like looking at like a team like the Clippers or some of these teams that have guys.
I'm
making
third.
big
I'm
bread.
the third option.
Yeah.
Meaning like I come off the bench and it's my unit.
Whatever you want to do with the bench.
Come off the bench. Whatever you want to do, you're
I'm the
third
third
option.
Still being the 30
Well,
million
you coming
range,
off the
though.
bench, you're not the third option.
I'm the first option if I'm coming off the bench.
No,
You can be Ginobili.
Yeah, on the Spurs for 17 a year.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. 17? Fuck out of here, nigga. Shit.
All right, so
Shit.
He's making 17 our era. We're talking about 17 this era.
17 a year is 17 a year.
17 our era was $6 million.
Well, you said a year.
yeah, but
Yeah, because
but
this era, 17.
This era is more.
You're thinking about what we was getting then. So
No, I'm not. I'm
$6
thinking
million
17 million at the end of the year is ding
Yes.
in the bank account. Then I got 3 of these.
Or
17.
17 was like 8.
Or
Back then?
Yeah.
No, then now, nigga.
8
then
now?
and now.
So that's what I'm saying. Is it
Yeah.
17 a year or is it?
Yeah, so that's-
It's 17
is it
before
3
taxes.
years 17?
No, 17 a year,
17 a year.
So that's 3 year what?
whatever
50?
it is.
3 year.
Call it that.
Yeah.
Call it that.
And Gil, nowadays, that third option is making, like, you take a team like the Clippers, if you want to call
Nah,
Harden the
no,
third
you
option.
can't take that.
Mr.
No,
Brett.
no.
You can't take
but
the
this is what
Clippers.
that's
Take
the
a
analogy I'm
third,
using.
take a third team. Take
Because the
third
number
team.
one options.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They're making number one option money.
So a regular third team.
Harden
like
ain't
every
making
other
as
team.
much as PG and Kawhi.
Huh?
That Harden's not making as much as PG and Kawhi this season.
He's making 40 because he was a number one option at one point when he signed the deal. So you
Okay.
can't use that. You got to use a real third
That's
option.
why I said comparable bread,
So-
but then you tried to correct me. But
So third option as any other team. So Miami, what's the third option on
Sack.
Dallas?
Sack.
What's the third option on Sacramento? Right, the third
Golden
option.
State.
That's
Yeah,
Dray-
Dre.
but that's Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, $100 million.
25. So
That he don't.
So you saying try to line up what a playoff team is now and their third option?
Yeah.
the numbers is listen. Hey,
Like that's the-
like Nas Reed. Like Nas.
Yeah, like when we say
you'll
100
be
million, when we say like $100 million, right?
but you
look at the Charlotte Hornets.
I'm looking at upper level teams.
Yo, look at the Charlotte
You got a
Hornets,
team
right?
like the Celtics, right? Drew Holiday's the highest paid player currently.
Yes, because
On that
he's
squad.
coming.
I get it,
You can't
but-
do. That's why I say you're going after.
Look at the
number one
Charlotte
option
Hornets.
or
What
second
LaMelo
option.
Ball making?
Huh?
Well, what is LaMelo Ball making? Look at them numbers.
217.
So his numbers are. Then Miles Bridges.
Yeah, so his extension kicks in next year. We make 35. He made
Then
11
what's
this
next?
year. 35 next year. 38
Who's,
after
no,
that.
who's next?
Oh, who's next on that squad? Ooh, I think Bertans right
And
now.
then
Who's third?
then Miles Bridges signed to one.
Grant Williams third.
Then so it's like that. Them numbers, 35, and then what's
I want to talk about a boo-boo team, though.
That's just anywhere,
No, that's talking
anywhere
about-
from
We're talking about the boo-boo
Listen,
team.
anywhere
talking
from
about the
15
numbers.
to
Yeah,
20
I'm
million.
trying to go with the numbers.
I mean, anywhere from 15 to 25 million a year.
Yeah, I'm rolling for sure. That's more than enough for me if I'm winning.
Yeah.
So,
Like as a bottom feeder team, like what y'all talking about? Number one option body. He's looking at Jordan Poole shit.
No, Jordan Poole was fourth option when he signed that money. That's the difference. So you're looking at Jordan Poole money, 120 something.
Jordan Poole was
I think 133
for
Jordan Poole
Washington
was-
Wizards.
No, he was the fourth option when he signed that deal.
No, I'm talking
So
about.
think
he
about
went
his
to
deal.
He went to be the number one option.
And then became the number
On
two.
bottom,
no,
on a
we're-
bottom
no. We're talking about you are the number one option. So you're there as the number one option. Jordan Poole signed his money as a fourth option. Right? We're talking about
Let's
you
say-
are.
Let's just say LaMelo Ball then.
No,
Okay. LaMelo Ball's number one option on the bottom
And-
feeder team.
Actually, we can
He's
take.
miserable.
Actually, we can take the Warriors. Actually,
Yeah, Steph.
we can take the Warriors.
They're not bottom feeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jaylen Green. That's it, fucking Jaylen Green. You can
No.
take we're taking bottom finger to you. can be
I
Wimby.
think
Your deal.
Golden State fits this conversation that we're having.
So a situation with Golden
Right.
State, Steph obviously making the most. Brady made
Yes.
52 million this year. Clay made 43.
And then
Chris
Dre-
Paul made 31.
but they signed the deals.
Yeah, you're signing those deals.
Yeah.
So Draymond Green, because he
Draymond
signed a
Green.
deal as a third option.
Yeah, but this year Wiggins made more than Draymond.
But I'm saying he's signing a
But
deal
now-
as a third option.
yeah,
So Wiggins,
yeah.
what is Wiggins? When did Wiggins sign
And
his deal?
Draymond is definitely not the
last
third
time I think
option. Wiggins
him
is the third option for sure.
When he signed the deal.
No, I'm just saying.
When did
period.
Wiggins sign his
After that
deal?
championship, I believe 2022.
Okay, so
Draymond's
Draymond
always
out there,
been
Brett.
the fourth option to me.
Yeah.
But just
How
pointing
much?
out,
Yeah, but I mean, what is
But
Steph
it-
making?
he made 52 this
So
year.
think about 52, what? 52 to 17.
But to me, that's not a bottom-feeding team because they're a couple games out of being the dynasty that they've always been. I'm looking bottom-feeding is Charlotte Hornets,
But that-
LaMelo Ball. You are never getting out of this bottom-feeding situation.
But
you're always going to be down here.
But if he was in the league long enough, even on the bottom feeding team, he's going to be the $57 million.
I understand
So
that,
would
but
you rather
the
be-
conversation we're having is would you rather this on the bottom-feeding team or this in
Yeah.
a
I'll tell
contending
you,
team?
going in free agency.
Yeah, I don't consider
That's why I
Golden
said the
State to be
bag's
that.
somewhat comparable.
I have
rebuke me.
57 million shooting all the shots, and then in the interview, just be like, yeah, you know, it's a good. It was a team loss, like, saying all the right shit. You know, it's tough out here. You know, better luck next year.
Well, give them tomorrow.
So back
Being a
to,
professional.
back to the Sixers chat. We asked the chat better fit with the Sixers. PG or Jimmy had more than 3,000 votes. 55% said Jimmy. 45% said PG.
That's close enough.
55% said Jimmy, 45% said PG. Well, let's talk about teams that are still currently in the playoffs. Celtics are playing with heavy hearts entering Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals following the passing of Bill Walton. So is Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle, who was teammates with Walton on the Celtics' '86 championship squad. Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton for the second straight game as he remains sidelined with a hamstring injury. And on the brink of elimination, it was deja vu all over again for the Pacers. So Pacers look great. For the first 44 and a half minutes of the game, they led by as much as 9 points in the fourth quarter before suffering another late game breakdown. Celtics once again rallied back. So you see it going on now. Yeah, down 5, Drew Holiday. Nice and one to cut the lead to 2. Celtics were down 4 with a little over 3 minutes to go in the game. Then proceeded to close the game on a 7-0 run, holding the Pacers scoreless during that time frame. Started with the big dunk by Tatum, then Jaylen Brown hit a nice floater to tie the game up. Boop.
Man, they irritate me.
Pacers tried to regain the lead, but Brown came up with a big steal on Nembhard. And this big block. Give me those. With a little over a minute remaining. And then with the game still tied at 102, Jaylen Brown found Derek White in the corner. White was 1 for 8 at that point in the game, finished 2 for 9 from 3. To help seal that win. Boom. Then,
Go. Oh my God, Drew.
yeah.
Yo, what is this boy doing?
And then appeared,
What the hell is Neeson doing?
Pacers did not foul, ran the game out.
Please rewind it.
Yeah, can we just rewind that last part, Paolo?
When Jason Tatum getting ready to shoot the 3. Stop.
Oh, shit.
What the hell are you doing, man? But you don't move. But the thing is, you don't even go back towards Drew Holiday. You go towards the dude that's about to shoot the ball. And don't, listen, you ain't contesting it. You ain't going to double. You ain't doing nothing.
You know what the best part about this all is? The defense looked great because whose fault is this? Drew Holiday, what are you doing?
Oh, you supposed to? Which one to cut?
You know what's so funny? I'm watching this game, and this is where just being a basketball player kicks in. I was always taught if they turn their head, move.
Absolutely. Yes.
Back door.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever look at Boston, they sit around the three-point line and nobody actually is looking at him.
I'm with you.
He can, watch, we can go all the way back. Drew's supposed to cut because TJ was cutting the fuck out of them all last night.
Oh, he went after you shot the bitch, got the offensive rebound. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, but like,
go all the way back. We'll see it. It just,
like,
now keep going from the beginning of this. Just keep rewinding, just keep going.
Oh, you can play it.
No.
Keep
Keep going.
you want the whole
Watch.
clip.
I'm gonna just show you something. We can start right there.
Our exquisite replay.
All right, yeah, keep it slow, it's fine. All right, Tatum, backdoor now.
yeah.
Now, keep going. Now, Tatum, go now.
Yeah.
Go now.
Anytime.
How about now? Because if the ball gets stolen, whose man is stealing it?
Yeah.
Well, see, they've been teaching spacing more than they have anything.
Yeah, but still, though, at this point, you got to
Space,
cut.
because they want all of that open space in the paint. So they say, all right, get deep corner. You stay spaced out because the nail guy's gonna be the nail guy. But like, I know what you're saying is when the nail guy step up, he lose sight of the ball. Back cut, it's gonna be wide open because the space is open.
Some teams do it.
Yeah, some do.
Smart.
Yeah.
They move I didn't see him move further away from the 3-point line.
Yeah. See how far back?
Look what
how far
he
back
goes
he
back.
is.
He moved here. He moved even further back.
Yeah.
But
Because he's trying to pull him with him.
Yeah.
He's trying to like come.
yeah, so when the game on the line though, I'm saying Neesmith, like you in no man's land.
You can go, because if you would have watched TJ yesterday, every time Drew turned his head, he backdoored for a layup.
Yeah, that's his natural instinct.
And those defensive principles of being on the nail and watching the ball.
Yeah.
You ball watching.
Because you're supposed to be below it, but they want to be so high.
It reminds, it's AAU basketball.
Yeah, it is.
It's AAU sit around the 3-point line, drive and kick. Like, there's no open lane if we're in shell drill the whole goddamn time.
Facts.
Take another look at Derek White's.
Man, right here, he's supposed to back him. But look how far over so he can get the rebound.
Yeah.
But if he would have just, before the
If he would have been
layup.
all the way down, it wouldn't even been as close because Neesmith almost got it. But he almost recovered.
Yeah. See, if Drew backdoors,
If he already down there.
who is the help man? Neesmith?
Or see,
That means Brown is, no, it has to be Neesmith.
if you say that Drew goes back door,
Now, if Drew goes back door and gets this ball from Tatum, Neesmith is the one that can see it because he can see Drew coming. That means Brown is wide open for the 3 if he doesn't even shoot it.
No, Nembhard.
Yeah, Nembhard.
Nembhard. No, I'm sorry, Nembhard. Yeah.
Nembhard comes down.
These are all difficult shots, man, at the end of the game.
yeah. So what
This
you
is dumb
saying,
basketball.
That's like a hockey assist too for Drew Holiday to cut to take the other guy's man away. So you get that
Yeah,
open.
because he damn near almost recovered.
So Neesmith shouldn't even try to contest that Tatum shot.
He didn't contest it.
He didn't contest
but it was
it.
like
He
a
didn't
fake-
do anything.
But just dive at that point, trying to get the rebound, hope for a miss.
Well, like I think
Because if he would have swung that bitch real quick to Drew Holiday and Drew drove it was,
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown got a wide open 3 in the corner.
but you're up 3, so at this point it's like you need to secure the rebound.
Yeah, that's the only thing that matters at this point.
So,
And you got a
him out of
timeout.
he in no man's
He in no man's land. That's
he
my
ain't
thing.
even. I see what you're saying. So
Once
it's
that
like,
shot goes up, he should go crash.
He shouldn't even been over that far. Now, once you seen this dude, he had him contained. He didn't beat him. He getting ready. Miles Turner's on him. He not going nowhere. You got a big guy that's finna contest this shot.
Yep.
Why are you in no man's land? You but from me to Gil, and you ain't. There's nothing that I could do to bother his shot right now.
The coach is blowing the whistle, and we're like, "What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you?
Stop.
What are you to stop? What
He
are you
ended up
doing?
giving up the offensive rebound.
Yeah,
His man got
that's
it.
the point. It's like you got to blow the whistle and be like, "Yo, what are you doing? This is shell drill. We need one stop. We down 3. We need this rebound. What are you doing?"
Yeah. Nah, you ain't nowhere near. You ain't affect nothing about the play. You did nothing on that play to affect.
All I was yelling the whole time is back.
Cut,
Oh my
cut.
cut. One thing about shell drill, dog, they usually have this element called cutting, right? You try to cut in front of them, right? That used to be hell. You try to cut in front of a dude, that motherfucker get to chuck the shit out you. Now you got to cut behind him. Like, it was things you do, but it's always just being a basketball fundamentals. If your man cuts, if your man is looking at the ball, remove yourself.
Yep.
I shouldn't be able to do this for 10 seconds and then your ass is still right here. I better look like this. Oh, shit.
Bad basketball.
God damn it, he made a layup.
Yep. And you gotta let people know what shell drill is. It's 4-on-4. You know what I'm saying? Elbows, boxes, and defense.
I hate 4-on-4. I hate 4.
Or 5-on. So that we used to shell drill being 4-on-4, 5-on-4. We're always at a disadvantage because the scrambling defensively.
But
you got to get out of
But that's the problem with 4-on-4. I always thought it was dumb to do 4-on-4
5-on-5.
because it's not realistic
Right.
to how you're gonna play, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing so much extra shit.
Yep.
When you get on the game, bring the 5-man out. Now this bottom guy is running the fuck up here because he's been doing it the whole time. It's like, stay your monkey ass down here.
He's fucking it up.
Yeah, because the man is, and that's what ends up happening.
fucking
Like,
it up.
like they've been playing 4-on-4, and his ass over there like, you like, yo, what
what
the
are you
fuck? I got
doing?
this motherfucker. Oh, I was gonna help like I did in practice. Like, show punk ass back in your spot. That was the only thing I hate about 4-on-4 is like These ain't even my spots, dog.
Facts, bro.
This ain't even my spot, especially the bottom part. This ain't even my rotation because it's like
Yeah, it is.
this guy goes here, the other guy on the bottom has to go all the way over, and he's so used to that knowing that's the center's job.
Yep. And that's the hypothetical too. It's like you have to be like when you get beat back door on the 4-on-4, you're like, man, it's gonna be a fifth man right there.
Yeah, that's what I be doing.
It's a fifth man.
Like, you, where you at? In my spot in the game, bitch. I don't go past this motherfucking square in the game.
In the game, bro. Facts.
So Jaylen Brown led the Celtics with 29.6 rebounds, 3 steals. He was 11-22 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. Tatum added 26 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. Drew Holiday had another solid game with 17 points, 9 rebounds. And Derek White had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. Filled up the stat sheet. So Andrew Nembhard came through with another big performance for the Pacers. He had 24 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. Siakam had 19 and 10, but a couple of bad plays late in the game. Questionable turnovers.
I know. What do you do with young fella?
Which one? Nembhard? Pay him. Because then think about Mathurin is still over there too. They got 3 killers. Because Neesmith gonna get better.
But the fact that he's adding assists too, so
Yeah.
like he can get people the ball.
No.
He could
No.
do
I
it.
know it's not the same. I know
He
it's
could
not
do
the
what Hallie
No, but-
can't do
no,
though.
no.
He can go get you one. He can.
thing
go
is the
get
way they play and getting out and playing fast and all that. He gonna get assists,
Yeah,
right? They
So
make
you
a
saying
shot.
like
they play
anybody
fast.
in that
and that
position.
system because they got the ball in his hand first.
Yeah.
They playing fast and he's the first outlet, right? He's the first outlet. He made a few plays in half court. I'm not saying that he's not making plays in half court, but they play so fast. It's the boom.
Kick ahead.
So how do you
Get
know the real
3 or
value?
4 of them, huh?
So how do you know his real value?
I don't.
Yeah,
It's
that's
busted.
right. It's-
No, the fact that he
He can play. Don't get me wrong. He's a.
No, but you know when we got
Is he-
guys in offense like that, and it's like, well, if we lost Hallie, we put him in, and he's doing the same thing. Like, goddamn it,
So let's
How
talk
do we-
about
Maxey.
how do we value
So,
these two players?
Nembhard, last 2 games without Halliburton, averaged 28 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. For the playoffs, he averaged 15, 6 assists, 3 rebounds.
Because he's coming off the bench for the play.
That's Tyrese Maxey Phil.
He was starting, he just wasn't playing that Halliburton role, you know.
See, so he's basically, so he needs the ball in his hand.
Just like Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese,
Yeah. So he was a 2nd-round pick 2022. Eligible for an extension
right now.
this offseason.
Oh yeah, they
He got that. He
Pacers do
I know
have
he,
bread.
It's
I know
a
he,
showcase.
I know he over there like, thank you, Hallie, man. I appreciate it, dog. You my dog.
He was averaging 15.
So you think-
I know he was averaging 15, but this 28 and 10.
But these
in
last
the
2 games,
playoffs-
you think that put him over the top in terms of, all right, we gotta pay this dude now, just based on what he did against.
Showcase.
Because,
That was-
the Eastern Conference
because you really
champions.
have to look at it in real time, right? It's a hypothetical, but the 2 games, shit, if they would have played a few more games in this playoff series, shit, 28 and 10, shit,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
that's
28-10, and we losing at the end of the game just being inexperienced.
And you
Competitive.
keeping us in the game. He
You hitting
keeping
us-
us
yeah.
in the game, and
made
It's
some
a
big
big-
shots in
yeah.
last series.
it's the way he getting it. He ain't like he just getting dirty buckets. Like he's going out there, ISO, island. Just come get this bucket.
So you think, because I was going to ask you that, you think Pacers got to break that bread?
Yeah. Or they gonna lose the asset.
Yeah, they also got Siakam, but we'll talk about that in a second. So Pacers fell to 1-8 in conference finals in franchise history. Celtics won their franchise record 6 straight road game this postseason, 7 straight overall. Now have a 9-day break as they await the winner of the Western Conference Finals. So Jaylen Brown was named the Larry Bird Eastern Conference Finals MVP. It's a close vote. He edged out Jason Tatum, getting 5 of the 9 votes. Tatum got 4. But even looking at this list, it's crazy that these 9 people determine
Who the fuck are these people? I mean, I know Dennis Scott.
Doris Burke.
Doris
Doris
Burke,
Burke, yeah, PJ
Bontemps,
Carlissimo.
And that's it.
Gary Washburn legend, Boston
Who-
Globe.
He's Boston Globe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously they go, you know,
Okay.
TV reporters, but is what it is. You've seen a few of these
These the
people.
only voters?
Those are the 9
Only
people.
9.
Those are the 9 people that determine who will be the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Like I said, Brown
They make it 9, so there has to be a winner.
has to, yeah.
Okay.
But then, I mean, I don't know because even still, you could go 4-4-1 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you can break
And what
down.
happens if it's 4-4-1?
They split it.
It has not happened yet. In the 2 years we've been doing this.
Okay.
Wait. It's only been 2. They've been doing this for 2 years.
No,
It's only been a couple years. 2022.
cause probably what they do is they only give you fucking 2 names to vote from. So you're not you can't vote for a third person.
I think Finals MVP is 11 voters. If I don't know if that's changed, but yeah,
But
you can.
what
I
I'm
think
saying,
you
but
can,
this one though, you can't. Well, if there's only,
I think you can pick. You can vote for
Anybody?
multiple. Then
You
yeah.
can vote for anybody.
Yeah, so but it may no, so why would I don't understand
Yeah.
that because it could easily be that.
Exactly.
So what they tell them change your vote. If you the odd guy out, if it's 4-4-1, would they go back to the room like it's jury duty?
You got to break it.
Like you got to.
So after the game,
Okay. Where's these? Where?
What's the question?
Jeff, USA Today, right?
Still get, yeah.
What does he do?
covers the NBA, I believe, for USA.
He's a national NBA writer.
A writer, national.
Yeah, for USA Today. So he
Where's he located?
wherever.
How
USA
do
Today
we
is.
know if he watched all the games? Like
can't
these
tell
people,
you
I
if
want to
he
know.
watches.
Like the Boston Globe, Gary. Okay, cool.
He was there.
I know you watched the game.
Dustin from the Indianapolis Star was.
Yeah,
Like
Dustin.
that every
I
day.
would give Dustin that
They're all
same.
assigned to the series.
Yeah.
So they're all assigned to the series.
These people have been at every single game.
Okay.
Credentialed media
Same for the finals.
with credentialed seats.
Okay, so the
They're
guy- okay.
courtside, like or whatever
Okay.
this media seating is.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So we got an Indy Star, you got a Boston.
Okay, I just want to make sure they ain't sitting at the house. Just
Oh no, everybody's there.
okay, everybody's there. The whole series. Okay, okay. All right.
Is it bad if they're sitting at the house they're watching
Yes.
the game from home? Why?
Because how do we know we're watching the game? How do you know they're watching the game?
But is it a better viewing experience to watch it at the crib?
No.
No,
Not if you're voting.
But how do we know they're watching the game if they're at the game?
you don't.
That's we don't.
No,
but
no,
I'll take that.
That's the point I'm making. Though we all been to games, and I would argue.
Be on their phone all
Yeah,
the
I'm
time.
just like.
But I'd rather take you at the game than your ass at
Man, they
home.
looking at the stats at the game. They
That's
got
all.
their
They-
fucking
but
computers,
box
sitting
scores-
just like you. They got the box scores, and they just sitting with their shit right here with their.
But you know, like you go to
computer,
Staples, they got to sit behind the hoop. Like, how much are you really seeing of the
why
floor,
they watching
spacing,
stats.
everything?
But
And
that's what I'm- so my
you got
point,
a
they
game
watching
feed, I
stats.
believe, at the
I mean,
desk as
but that's what
well,
I'm saying. As long as they're all in the building,
Yes.
that's cool. You motherfuckers, one sitting in Australia, some shit like that. I'm not rolling with this, but okay, cool.
So, like I said, Jaylen Brown edged out Jason Tatum. After the game, Brown said he was surprised to be named the Larry Bird ECF MVP, but had a special message for all of his critics.
I think I'm one of the best two-way wings, guards, whatever you want to say in this game. You know, I thought this year I've taken a level and I've increased it. I took the matchup. I picked up guys full court. I chased guys off screens. I battled with bigs, and I felt like I should have been all defensive. And that probably hurt me the most because that's one of the things that I set out in the season that I wanted to be. But you know, as time has gone by and I got to this point, like I stopped caring, and I just embrace. I don't care who sees what, as long as my team knows my value, my city knows my value, my family. That's all I really care about. But you know, I like to set my hat on just being a versatile two-way wing, and can do both at any point in time. And the last kind of 4 minutes of this game, you saw that.
So for the series, Brown averaged 30 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, 52% from the field, 37% from 3. Tatum averaged 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists.
So they both average 30?
Yeah, Tatum led the Celtics in points, rebounds, and assists for the series. 46% from the field, 31% from 3. Did the voters get the Larry Bird Eastern Conference Finals MVP right? Shout out Larry Bird.
Magic in the West.
Okay. No,
He averaged double-double. Tatum averaged double-double.
Double-double and 6 assists.
Leading in all categories.
so yeah, so okay, so the only problem you will have here is Tatum ends up being in the record books with, I think he's the 5th or 6th player to ever.
Fifth to lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists throughout the playoffs. I think it was like Joker, LeBron, Duncan, and Jason Kidd, right?
Yeah.
The 4.
So
LeBron did it 4 times.
Make it to the finals.
and make it to the finals. So him winning that award or him doing that shows how important he is. Jace Brown, I'm not mad at that, especially from how he played last year. And I think the consistency of what he's done from number 1 all the way to this game is deserving in itself. We expected Tatum to do what Tatum is doing, right? And I think, no one expected Brown to play the way he played this postseason. So it's deserving.
Yeah, but specifically this series, these 4 games, obviously had that big game 1, hit the game time 3 to force OT. Tatum came up big in overtime, but kind of put up a stinker in the 4th quarter of that game. Jaylen Brown had a 40-point game in this series.
One is rebounding, so his stats is better. One's playing defense, right? It's, they're bringing different values to the game. Either one could have got it, and they gave it to the guy that they thought was it.
Who Doris Burke vote for?
Brown.
Yeah. No, during one of the games, I listened to the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum looked lackadaisical right now. He's not engaged. He's just getting blown by. Oh, she was on. So
she was on. She was on him.
He was saying what I was saying.
So
but this is during the finals. This is during the Eastern Conference Finals game. Now, you were saying it earlier. She was saying it during the Eastern Conference, so I was know who she voted for.
Do you agree with how the vote went? You think Jaylen Brown deserved?
Absolutely.
Okay, just want to know if it was obvious.
He won
or
my
not.
favor this series because his attitude towards, like he said, the challenge, the two-way side of the ball, playing both sides, but being aggressive through the first 3 quarters, setting the tone for how he was going to play and how his team needed him to play. And then his comment when he said, finally JT woke up in the 4th.
After game 1.
Right. That was...
Or in the OT said he woke up in overtime.
Man, that was to me the sign that he has always handed it off to Tatum to be the number 1 guy. Like he plays Robin to Tatum. And I think that when you're waiting in the wind for Batman to show up and he's just out there like, man, I don't want to say today. And he's like, well, about time you woke up. I think that him winning it shows that he's capable of doing it. It's like Ricky Bobby and them in Talladega Nights when the friend finally starts winning and he's like, well, I can win now too. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't want to give it back to you. I want to keep winning. I like to win. I don't like to be second place all the time. So I think now it's like Jaylen Brown, he got the money. He set out goals that he got shorted on.
Yeah, didn't make an All-NBA team. Thought he should have made an All-Defensive team
Can I
as
ask you
well.
something? If Tatum said that about Brown, would we be having a problem?
Who has a problem?
No, what I'm saying is, would the media turn it like you're glorifying that he called him out? Now, if Tatum said, I'm glad he finally showed up for the playoffs. He finally came to play, in the playoffs. Didn't come last year, didn't come the year before that. What if he said that?
But do you feel like Brown was throwing? I mean, because listening to the
all.
comment, it didn't feel like he was throwing him under the bus. I think it was kind of just.
No, I'm saying if
But it can be interpreted as
It's our leader. You're our leader.
But what
we're expecting you to do what you do, and we're glad you showed up.
No, but I'm saying if it came out the other way, and he said, I'm glad he showed up and finally, came and helped, or said the same exact words.
The exact same
To me,
words.
that's
the same exact
it's
words.
a challenge amongst men. Yeah.
Well, we'll be like this. Damn, is he calling this player out?
No, I would say exactly what I'm saying right now.
No,
nothing for me is gonna change.
You know what it seems like? If the star player says it about everybody else, it sounds like they're throwing him under the bus. Like when Embiid said it against if it's the second or the bench player said it about the other one, it seems like some type of challenge and encouragement.
It
right?
rarely happens though.
Huh?
It rarely happens because a guy like Jaylen Brown is a guy that can step into that role. It's not a lot of guys that actually say that from the other side that can step into that role.
Step into what role?
The star role.
I mean, times this postseason, Brown has looked like the number one option on the squad. We talked about.
Facts.
Stop.
Facts. He is the number one option.
Stop.
To me, they just put Jason Tatum in the front. I think
did?
Jaylen Brown's better.
Who put him in the front?
Shit.
His game?
The people.
His game.
People.
See, this is
The fact that
why,
he went to Duke, the fact that he's, it's the history of
You know
the
what I-
prodigy.
you know-
But Jaylen Brown is,
You know what I don't like about stuff? Because these are the things Kobe used to prove. Motherfucker, I'm getting doubled. You're not. Jason Tatum is getting doubled. Jaylen Brown's not. Right? So yeah, you look like the number one option because two people are trying to stop me. So when you get the ball, you get to play one-on-one basketball. Congratulations. You get double and let's see what you do.
well, they can't.
You're not gonna average 30, 10, and 6
They can't
being double
They
team.
can't double both of us.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
so
can.
they're true. Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they
can't
can.
double both of us.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can.
It wouldn't.
They just refuse to.
It wouldn't make basketball sense to.
But they-
to
They
put-
double Kobe
to
and
put four
they
people on
double
two.
Kobe and they double Shaq.
Not at the same time.
No, they double Kobe.
Not at the same
No,
time.
it's impossible because I'm going to one of them
All
have the
right,
ball.
that's what I'm saying. So
When you
can't
get the
double
ball,
one of them have the ball.
when you get the ball, but what I'm saying is you can't be the number one option if you're not demanding number one option stuff.
Jaylen
That's
Br-
why I don't like when people do that.
Jaylen Brown was getting doubled at times during the season.
When he's out of in the series,
During the series.
after when he was on the sideline.
Oh my gosh, Gilbert. You can't be doing this
Right
out
now.
of prove your point.
Hey,
bro. You can't be doing this. He just told you.
We just
he
seen-
got doubled.
Dude, we
And then you
watch
trying to use that to
highlights.
prove your
We
point.
watch highlights right now. He just called out a man for being in no man's zone.
He
right?
wasn't doubling.
He thought about it. He was trying.
But he didn't. He didn't. What
Have you ever seen anybody that close to Jaylen Brown?
Man, yes.
Double and no.
Yes.
Come on, man. Stop doing
Jaylen
that.
Brown's
Stop pushing
better
those
than that,
dumbass
man.
narratives, man.
Ain't no narrative.
If he was
Who got the MVP?
If he was better,
Who got the MVP?
If he was better, then tell him to be better.
Who got the MVP?
Tell him to be better.
Who got 300 million? What you talking about, man? We out here.
I'm sorry, that's
We out here. And we getting penalized because we
Well,
intelligent.
guess what? Hey,
Shit.
300
guess what?
Nigga, I
Shot.
want to hear that shit.
300
Shot.
million.
That 300 million finna be second highest paid.
Says high
So what?
second. Just
So
look
what?
at
315
the-
coming.
So what?
315 coming.
That's because I'm too smart to make all NBA and all defenses.
smart.
I went to the wrong school.
He already got his bag though.
Went to the
No,
wrong
man,
school.
just stay with facts.
I went to
man.
the wrong school, right?
If you're the
They
number
got
one
nothing-
option, you're the number one option.
Sources say.
That ain't got nothing to do with making all
Sources
NBA
say.
team.
Sources say. Y'all don't want to give me this award 'cause I'm too smart.
Number one option.
Because I
man.
play
Like,
chess.
I don't
Because I
like
play chess.
I just don't like when one's getting double and then number two's getting off. How number two's supposed to get off? Then you're like, oh, he should be better. Makes a nigga like, damn, hey, double that nigga right quick, man. Sure, that nigga can't go right. Double him. Double him. Just stay on his right hand. He ain't gonna go left like that. Double him. Right? Let me hear that shit now. You getting double. I'm over here getting double the whole motherfucking time. You over here getting free shot. I should be the number one option. Bitch, I wish you was so I could get free shots. That's, you know what I mean? So when we talk about people getting off, there's a reason you get off.
So you
Oh.
saying Jaylen Brown is getting off because Jason Tatum is too good? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying you think one's the number one option because he gets to play one-on-one basketball while the other one's getting double. That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand what that means.
You know what it means.
Could you explain it a little bit?
You
better?
know what it means.
One what?
You know what it means.
No, I don't. I don't. I
You know
really
what it
honestly don't. I honestly don't know what that means.
You know what it means.
It means that Jason Tatum is that good that he don't need Jaylen Brown?
That's not what I said.
I'm asking you.
I'm saying Jason Tatum gets doubled.
So if Jaylen Brown would leave,
And he averaged
if
30.
Jaylen Brown was to leave the team, would the team be where they are now?
No, he'd be getting doubled and triple teamed.
Triple teamed. Jason Tatum's that good to get triple teamed?
He averaged 30, 10, and 6 on a double team.
Against fucking the Indiana Pacers. What are you talking about?
He gets double teamed. What's
What are you talking about?
the man just-
Indiana Pacers. It's Indiana Pacers.
So how you discrediting this dude who averaged 30, 10, and 6 for playing the Indiana Pacers, then you're bigging up
I'm not
another
bigging
person
up nothing.
for
I'm just
paying
saying he's better.
The same team.
I'm saying he's better.
Against the
Throughout
Indiana
year.
Pacers?
Throughout the last
Against
5
the
years.
Indiana Pacers?
Last 4 years. Last 3 years. However you want to mix it, master it, man.
Oh, okay.
However you want to mix and master it, man.
Okay.
I'm glad you showed up today. Glad you showed up to help us, Jason, man. Wake up, man.
I
What
thought you were
doing?
talking to Gil for I was like, ooh, that's about to be.
And like Gil point though, he could say the same thing about Jaylen Brown the last couple years in the playoffs.
He could.
So, but when you look at this Tatum and Brown duo, obviously one of the best in the league.
Yeah, but the main guy ain't gonna call out his guy.
No.
What is Tatum and Brown's chemistry like now compared to past seasons?
Who knows?
The chemistry?
Who knows that?
They appear to be locked in at a very high level. Obviously,
They've been locked.
They've been on the fucking team for 6 years together now.
Get better
I would
with
hope
time.
so.
I would hope so too, Kenyon, but we're seeing it.
They could fucking hate each other.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't got to like guys that have good chemistry with them, right?
Huh?
You don't have to like a dude. You don't have to like somebody as a teammate.
But you say they just them two, chemistry, like it ain't
Yeah, but just
there's multiple pieces that's involved with this chemistry set that it ain't just them two. I hear you.
Yeah.
I understand, but no, they playing well together, but I don't know their chemistry. They playing well, great basketball individually to help their team. Like feeding off one another, and I don't see that at times, but they both do what they got to do to help their fucking team win, ultimately. But I don't.
And they're getting it done.
Yeah, no, it's.
So Rashad, I see you.
It's basketball.
Celtics gear, repping your team, made a wise decision, beginning of the year, abandoning Confidence Coffee, Miami Heat, make a move to Beantown. How much faith do you have in the Celtics to win the chip? We've talked about this all playoff. Easy road, they only can play who they can play. But even these 4 games against the Pacers, 2 against a squad without their all-NBA point guard, coming down to the wire like this. So how much faith do you have in the Celtics squad to be able to win a chip?
In this series, it was a tough series to get through because I had high expectations from them to dominate throughout and through. But like I said, Jaylen Brown got a lot of favor from me, from his approach and even the recent backlash that he got, and I'm starting to see why he moves the way he moves and how the game goes for him. So with him and Tatum moving a certain way, I think with Drew Holiday playing the way he playing, White playing the way he playing, everybody's moving the way they moving, they got a great chance to pull it out. I think Jaylen Brown's confidence in his defense going in against Luka and Kyrie, once they get through this series, it's going to be a good matchup. So my confidence is only going to be in their approach, how they approach the series, how they approach this finals. If they look any way they looked in the last two series, it's going to look bad. I think they need to up it up a lot.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
With what?
With championship Charles just said?
What did he say?
Y'all gotta stick together, man.
No, what did he say? What is it? I mean, this is
As
just.
much as he lose, he's just tone deaf. He don't want to hear nothing I say. I get it.
This is the
Fucking
same
glare,
person.
the fucking glare from this shit is just fucking.
Isn't
blinding.
it? This is the same person who said this was about to be a series, right? Are we talking about the same Celtics man who said Indiana was going to give him a run for his money? Is this the same Celtics?
What did
No.
I say?
This is the same.
If you don't show up,
What did I
if you
say?
don't play, they'll give you a run for your money. Go
I
back and
said
play
this was going to be 4-0. You didn't want to call me Gildamas when I said that. 4-0. I said 4-0. If the NBA wants to help them out and make it 4-1, yeah. But this is a 4-0. What'd he say? No, this is about to be a series.
If they don't play.
No, you didn't use no if.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You don't want me to, because you want to win. You scrambling.
All right, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up this clip.
You hear what that?
I just wanted to hear what you was gonna say
You hear
today.
that sound?
Gil Stradamus or Galileo?
I don't know. What did I say? What did I say this was gonna be?
Agent 12.
What did I
was
say this was
Agent
gonna
12
be?
predicted?
I just want to know. What did I predict?
You said it would be a sweep.
Sweet. What did he predict? This is gonna go what? How many?
He said the Celtics did not come to play. It would be an interesting series.
Thank you
Okay.
very much,
And he said-
Josiah.
In every game,
From what I can remember.
he said this was gonna be their He said this is gonna be their what? Their biggest challenge.
toughest challenge.
And I said they were gonna get their ass smacked.
I said this was a
Right?
great matchup for the Boston Celtics.
Was it?
Oh,
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to hear. Nope. Okay. So yeah, I agree with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy.
I agree with him. Full.
Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code. I said the Underdog Fantasy cap. Download the app. Use promo code Gil. Receive about
This ain't no Boston
bonus cash.
Celtics fan, man.
Gil, he has a jersey.
I hear he has a jersey. Talk about this about to be a series.
This is what happens when your team doesn't make it to where my team is. This is what happens.
He has been on the
you
Celtics
watch
train
my
all
team
season.
be where they're going to be, regardless of how I say anything about my team. Y'all teams are watching just like y'all watching.
So I got
I
a
want to hear
question.
all that shit.
Got questions. So if they get smacked in the finals, so you gonna jump off the bandwagon for next year?
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
1 year deal.
Fuck yeah. It's a 1 year deal right
1
there.
year deal.
I didn't say I was a fan of the Boston Celtics. They picked
Transfer
my
portal.
team this year. They're the
Transfer
team
portal.
I picked. We pick teams that root for.
No.
Y'all fans. I'm not no fan
Hey.
of nobody. Y'all can be fans.
I'm gonna give you credit because you did pick him before the season started, so we can give you credit for that.
Hey,
You
Steve,
didn't wait.
Steve.
You didn't wait till the second
I
round.
go tell them what my plan was if the other team. We ain't gonna. I'm gonna tell them that because
But then he was gonna jump off.
He's
Hell
gonna be
yeah,
like
he
the
was
kid at the game.
Yeah.
Motherfucker take the jersey off and you got the other jersey on up underneath.
motherfucker better get your shit together. Shit.
Be like the
If it
kid.
don't look right, don't feel right, don't sound right, bitch. I'm out of here.
So
You got three jerseys on, then they start playing well again. You got the other team back jersey back
He
on.
said, "I'm not invested.
Not a
I know
lawyer.
when to jump off the ship."
I ain't loyal to you niggas. You better get your shit together.
That's what the transfer portal's for.
For a fact.
Shit. Very active.
Got a lot of jerseys to pick from in that closet, nigga.
Okay.
Hey, y'all remember when I was looking for jerseys? I'm sitting there looking. I was like, "Why am I going to the store? I know Rashad has damn near every hat that I need to be looking for."
Y'all have.
Wise men.
Who winning this year? Y'all look good. You got a chance, huh? Let's go. Shit.
So, Ken, you have the most playoff experience on the couch. 2-time Eastern Conference Finals champion. Been to 2 finals. How important is rest between playoff series, and how much rest is too much in terms of keeping your rhythm?
Then on both sides of it.
Yeah. You had like an 11-day break between one of those finals. Like May 24th, they didn't start till like the June 4th, whatever it was. I'm just looking like, damn, what are they doing?
Yeah, so I done been on, and shit, that was the second one.
Second one,
That was
yeah.
the second one. So we won. So we split in San Antonio. So it was game 1 was tight. Game 2 we won. So
So after your last game,
we had 11 days.
11 days. So
Because we swept both. We swept
both rounds.
both, like the second round and the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So what did you do? So did y'all take like the first 2 days off? What did y'all?
Like we got it, but it wasn't nothing strenuous. Like we probably went to the gym, got shots up and shit like that. Wasn't nothing crazy.
Man, that's 11 days. God damn. That's a vacation.
That's
I know James Harden would have been in Vegas. I know where he gonna be. I know where he gonna be.
Paris.
Yeah.
He would have been in Paris.
I would have
somewhere.
fucked around been with him. Shannon. Shannon, boss, where we going?
Yeah, now I don't think there's a right now because you want to be as healthy as you could possibly be going into the finals. So if guys have any little nagging injuries or anything like that, you can get them right.
Yeah.
But the rhythm thing is you get in that rhythm of playing games every other day, so you kind of want to keep that. And then the finals is every 2 days in between each game. So yeah, it just depends on the person, man. I think. But these teams have, like Boston has been there, so I think they kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
Right. So just working smart, trying to avoid injury, trying not to do as much 5-on-5 stuff as you could possibly limit to avoid injury, but it's gonna have to be a lot of cardio. A lot of cardio,
Yeah.
right? To implement, you gotta try to simulate that game energy, and because it's the biggest stage, man. But it can be tricky. It could definitely play in your favor the rest, or game 1 could definitely
That's
go
why.
the other way.
So Celtics potentially have 9 days. I think the Mavs would have 8 if they win tonight. For me, it's just crazy to think you can get to a lot of trouble in those 8 or
a
9
lot of days.
Yeah, that's a lot of
We had
days.
11 days.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like
y'all won on
that's
May
not even All-Star
24th.
weekend. You know what I mean? Like, god damn.
One on May 24th, I believe. Game 1 of that finals was June 4th.
Yeah, we was putting. See this man.
With a Memorial Day weekend
Yo,
in
we was
between.
putting foot to ass, man. People don't understand how dominant we was in the East. We was putting foot to ass, man.
I'm just trying to figure, like, just trying to put myself in that situation, right? How do you probably take the first 2 days off, try not to do nothing, just therapy or something? I don't know, massages or shit.
You can't mimic the game.
Yeah, it's like.
So what is like?
You got to do some
When do
practice
you rev-
days.
yeah,
you
when do
got to
you
do
rev-
practice days, but you try to limit them. How many you?
Like, when do you rev it
And
up?
risk the injury in
can't-
practice trying to
but you
play,
gotta get it
play
in, though.
playoff shit.
You gotta get
But
it
you
in.
got to get it in.
So it's got to be like
That's
a
the thing.
training camp type of environment.
Especially when you got that many days.
You're doing circuits and shit and
Shooting drills, like.
a lot of movement.
Can you ever do enough conditioning to replicate?
No,
Nah.
no.
Because you're moving.
No matter
at a
how
high
much-
pace.
You can run 5 miles a day, motherfucker, get on that court.
Tired
Up and down. Oh,
You got, you got to talk, move this way, bumping you. You got, it's just, it's.
Which is,
You go from football season to basketball season.
Yeah, that shit is.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot of time. That's a
it was
lot.
always funny when the football players
That's a lot
came. It's like, yeah, these plays is longer than 4 seconds.
Money
though.
shit is, but the way the money is, like they can't move it up. That's the thing, like.
Yeah.
Like they physically cannot move the.
Well, I'm
game.
sure they're expecting now. If we've got the 2 best teams in each conference playing each other,
They don't expect both teams to sweep though.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You're not
they didn't both.
expecting-
You don't both.
You're not
You don't both
expecting
teams to
sweeps
sweep.
on both sides. You're hoping at least
You
6
think you at
games.
least had until this weekend, like at least
Because I was hoping for that too.
So if this game, so
right.
let's
at least
just.
to the 31st.
It's good for both sides.
So if this wins, if they win,
Tonight they got 8 days.
but if they lose
They play what's today? Tuesday. They play
put
Thursday.
Thursday, and then if they lose that,
They play
Saturday.
Saturday.
they play Saturday, they win that.
and then we'll play Monday, I believe.
So it's every other day right now.
Yeah,
So
Monday going into a Thursday final start, which obviously is probably not going to
If
happen.
they sweep tonight, it's best for both teams because then they can both start fresh.
That's gonna be.
So they can literally take the time off, like y'all said.
That's gonna be an ugly game one.
Yeah. The game one could be nasty.
That could
Like,
be.
all right, let's
That could be 150 or 95. Either way, it can go. Ain't gonna be no in between.
But I think that's the fairness of it is that there ain't no advantage on both sides. There
yeah,
ain't no one
normally it'd be
team.
like this one team coming off a sweep and the other team then plays 6, 7
Yeah,
games.
that's a different field right there. So it's even. It's an even playing field.
But do you give the team that's coming off the sweep the advantage versus the team that's been
Probably
consistently
in game
playing?
one. Maybe.
You
maybe
give
in
them game one, but
Yeah.
then that's why I said it's always the teams that they beat each other up on one coast,
Yeah.
and the other coast cruises through.
And that's what you were saying about the Celtics going into this finals. They were likely going to be facing a team between the Wolves or Mavs that had beaten each other up. for 6,
Beat
7
each other up.
It looks like it ain't going to happen
But
unless
it's
something crazy.
momentum too, though. The momentum of being able to play after those grueling games and go into another one. The only thing is going to be tiring out during the end, right? So then, if Boston got that energy, it's like, oh man, we've been sitting back chilling. You would expect them to come in and kill you in for game one because they got the energy, but they off because they ain't really played like that. So it's both sides. I could see, you kind of off because you ain't played, and then they kind of tired because they been playing. It's always going to be something like that.
Well, this generation of guys, they different than our generation. They ain't gonna be sitting around motherfucking drinking and shit.
Yeah,
right,
true.
Every other day going to the club.
It's like what the fuck does these motherfuckers do now?
Play video games, bro. They play video games. Like they
Challenging your crown. Trying to get
Sometimes that's even worse. I remember I used to play. I was Halo. I'd be at 5 a.m, red eyes. They'd be like,
what you been doing all night, man?
yeah. They're like, you'll get off the games.
It's a different type of tired, though. It ain't a physical.
It's mental tired.
Yeah.
Hey, your mind does have to work in those video games. But this is the 6th Eastern Conference Final sweep. Previous 5 teams went 3-2 in the finals. So 86 Celtics, 91 Bulls, 96 Bulls all won. 03 Nets, sorry Kenyon, and the 2015 Cavs lost those championship games. But
I
let's
don't feel Brad.
So everybody lost?
No,
no,
first
3-2.
three teams
First 3 teams won.
The
90
Bulls, see, that don't count. Fuck Mike, so you don't put us against Mike now. No shit. Anything Michael Jordan ain't on the list.
Right, it should
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Anything including Michael Jordan shouldn't be on the list.
So let's talk a little bit about Pacers. Pascal Siakam set to become a free agent this summer. with reports the Pacers will offer him a max contract. Two-time All-Star was a huge addition for this Pacers squad. When he got traded there back in January, averaged 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists this postseason. How important is it for the Pacers to keep Siakam on their roster?
Depends on if they can get somebody else at the same position. Depends on who it is. I'm just being honest.
That's
like, shit.
If I can't find nothing better.
Yeah, if they can't, then it's because you got a guy like I'm saying Paul George out there who been there before. You guys a fan base there. I can see that them opting for him over Pascal Siakam. But you never know. They might think they need something different at the position, but he's effective, don't get me wrong, but they never know what ownership and front office is thinking, but he don't get paid, so hey, it's not a bad problem to have.
He should stay there, for sure. I think they need to find Miles Turner another destination.
Friend of the program, Miles Turner, always pulls
For
up.
sure, no. Miles do what he do, but it's just time's up. You know what I'm saying? When time's up, you need a new change of scenery. Gotta move the fuck around. Looking at somebody that may not want to go to a place like that, like Andre Drummond. Somebody that can get a big presence and get some rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Even though like they like to play fast, right? So you gotta get some guys in there that can make some things happen. I like Jackson. I like those young guys that they got, but they need to make some changes. Siakam is good. Mathurin coming back. Nembhard, you know, he looking good. Tyrese, TJ, they got a bunch of good guards, but
Do they have enough?
Nah, they don't got enough.
Yeah, my thing is
They got enough to
Siakam,
make the playoffs every year, but
Siakam and Halliburton. Supermax and Max.
If you're gonna go somewhere and get something like that, them two could get there. In Indiana, them two get that. They got to give it to somebody.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like when we're talking about when we're looking at like combos,
Them two.
it's like that.
in your words,
That's the NBA Jam
in your
combo.
words, that's nasty.
That's like, you know what I mean? Like, because one is Supermax, one is Max.
That's not the NBA Jam combo. You're selecting first, second,
Nah,
third, fourth, fifth,
Because they
sixth,
come
seventh.
across
looking
the
at.
screen, you like, ooh.
Yeah.
Unless you-
It's like back in the day, Chris Mullen.
Why they on the game?
Chris Mullen and Mark Jackson.
Yeah, why they on the game?
Hey, Chris Mullen had a
Rick
wetter.
combo.
It was Rick Smith,
Rick Smith, who picked this combo?
Dale Davis was on there. You could pick Dale. It was
Chris Mullen had the wetter though.
Man,
Yeah, definitely.
Chris can play now. Goddamn.
Not your
What I'm
first
saying is,
combo.
we just finished talking about the other side, right? Right. You have Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Supermax and Max. No, that was Supermax. Supermax.
Double
Yeah,
Supermax.
Supermax.
Yeah, so Jalen Brown got 300. I think
He made
Tatum will get
He made his
315.
All-NBA team last when he needed.
Oh yeah. So
So he's good.
So we're yeah. So this is Embiid and Maxey.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not that. This is not that.
It's not that.
So I think Paul George fits in that what we're trying to come with what we're saying here, like as far as a combo.
Supermax and
No,
Paul?
Max.
A Max.
It's Max.
He's
so
getting
him and
max
Chris,
contract.
him and
Paul
Paul
George
George
is
are the
getting a
same.
max
Him and
contract.
Siakam. Yeah, okay.
No, him and Halliburton.
Him and Halliburton Supermax.
But so it's Halliburton and Paul George.
Yeah.
It's a better look
Then Pascal?
Pascal Siakam and Halliburton.
Yeah, it's a better look for sure.
It's more productive, I think. Yeah. Because PG it's just him now.
So
He
you
don't
moving
gotta- He don't
Siakam?
have to shit. I would.
To the LA?
No.
He's free,
Wait.
right?
So we
Do
get
you
the free agent,
just let him go and then let him see his value?
No.
I would.
No. I signed him, trade him.
I wouldn't.
or do you try to lock him back up?
I let him walk.
Trade him. Because PG's up, right?
I'm not finna overpay him.
PG will be a free agent if he
not
opts
gonna
out of the
overpay
final
He
year.
opts out, right?
I'm not finna overpay Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
Somebody else can give him.
I think-
I'm not gonna panic and overpay Pascal Siakam right now.
Would you be overpaying him? at
If you give him
22
a
and
max
8?
contract,
22 and 8,
I think
Doing the
that's,
8 with last year, that was
and he a champion?
that's
I can't pay for a champion 5 years ago.
that you played a okay part in.
Kawhi Leonard?
So let's bring you to my next question. We're already talking about it.
Even Kawhi, like that, he's getting paid that money.
He got that 3-year extension. We're going to talk
But
about
I mean,
Kawhi in a little
Kawhi,
bit.
like these are the guys that it's messed
So you
up with.
give
It's
him-
like, damn, man.
Giving Pascal Siakam the 3-year 180, that
No.
Kawhi just got?
No.
But that's what he's.
That's what
he
it
up
is.
for?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, well.
If you're talking about max.
We're talking about
max,
numbers,
though.
too.
That's what I said. I gotta let him see.
We're talking about numbers and we're talking about max. And that's the number? 180?
Probably.
Yeah. In Indiana, I'm giving it to him in Indiana.
But see, that's the problem. Like that contract in Indiana hurts them.
Indiana?
They don't hurt Lakers or Boston. They don't
How
hurt
does it
them
hurt them, though?
because they're a small market team.
They don't have a chance of winning.
And yeah, so it's like
I mean, they had a chance this year.
No, they didn't.
like a team like that, they have to be very, very strategic
They
with
didn't have-
how they spend money. And I don't think spending money on
There's no team out there that can beat the
is it Matherin up too?
when they get down to it.
No.
Matherin's not up.
No, he's just a second year. This is his second year.
So you gotta have. So I mean,
I think they way more
Nim-
competitive if he plays.
what's the name got? I mean, young fella got to be 20
So Matherin, yeah, he's got a
Yeah, he's a
extension.
team machine is 25, 26.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'd have to sign that extension summer of 25, I believe.
So they got to sign him to money. They got to sign young fella right now. to money.
Nembhard.
So they got 3 people that's free agents.
Yeah.
That's gonna be them demanding
Miles
money.
Turner got 1 year left on his deal, making $20 million next year. TJ McConnell's got $9 million coming next year, 1 year left on his deal.
So they got to be that right now. This summer is
Well,
very
Obi
crucial.
Toppin.
Obi's got a qualifying offer, yeah, so he could be.
Ooh.
See, they got,
This summer?
yeah.
Or is it unrestricted? I don't even. Yeah.
Is he restricted this summer? You say you got a qualify, so. Oh, yeah, that's.
They gotta extend the qualifying offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. They got.
They have to.
They have to.
Right.
Yeah, so they got to be careful. It's really being careful on who you're gonna pay, how much you're gonna pay
You
him.
can't afford to let him walk neither.
You
You
can't.
need athleticism. You need young. He's young
But
athleticism.
we can sign him to the most.
Yeah,
Right, so that's all I'm banking on.
Yeah, that's what you're banking on with him.
Right,
but-
all right, what you gonna go out there and do?
I'm keeping Siakam, Oben, and I'm trying to move Miles for some better pieces.
So if you can get Paul George, you still keep Pascal Siakam?
I mean, I just seen Paul with Miles. We've seen it.
I don't think it was Miles was a young kid.
Yeah,
he was a kid.
young, but it's Indiana still. It was.
But he was a kid, though. They both didn't grow up.
That same energy has been there. So if Paul go back to Indiana, it has to look new.
It is.
It has to look way newer.
It is.
If Paul,
got
if
point guard,
Siakam
you got-
not there though, if Siakam not there, Paul is going to be looked at to carry the load. I don't think
No,
he's
he's
going
not
to
the-
carry the load.
Tyrese Halliburton is the Supermax
He
guy.
ain't going to carry the load. though.
But it's just the way.
That's what I'm saying. With Halliburton, he needs somebody that's going to help carry the load.
Yeah,
and that's what Siakam was doing.
So what PG doing? Should PG average more than Pascal Siakam?
I don't think PG want to hold. I don't think he want to hold that
But just
responsibility.
if we're talking about numbers, that ain't about responsibility. We're talking about numbers,
I'm talking about leadership.
right? Yeah, he's a leader in his own right.
I just
Do you?
Tough.
it's just tough and I if I'm Indiana, you have to tread very lightly here because you do have 3 people up, 3 people deserving of their money.
Important pieces.
Right. All 3 deserve, they earned their money. So, you can't go out there and say, all right, let me see what you're worth. Because, that'll backfire in your ass. Motherfucker, like, because you can match me, but I ain't got to accept it.
I think you can afford to do that with Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
The other guys he named, I don't think you can afford to play that game with.
It depends on, I remember
He's saying like roll it out there and see what you're worth.
Yeah.
With Pascal Siakam, I'm letting him go test
I
it.
let him go test the water. Just to see. Just let me see what
So
you
we can always pay him. We can always offer him. Because we can pay him
You
more.
losing what you
Oh, well,
get back.
you're not losing.
you got money.
In my opinion, you're not.
I don't ever believe in
So the thing is with me, you can go out, see, there's certain guys around the league that's has consistent success, right? And that's averaging 15 to 20 a night. That's consistent success. I ain't saying you was the man or you play horrible, but your career, you've been consistent. There's a lot of guys you can fit in that realm that could be what Pascal Siakam is.
So if I lose him, no, what I'm saying is if I
Tobias
lose him,
Harris, for one.
think about the dollar I'm getting him for though.
For the dollar?
For the dollar, I can get him and another piece.
Yeah, that's what
I can fill that void, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
No, I hear him, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
who?
because to
Who's
me,
gonna
Pascal Siakam don't move the needle.
Okay, let's see if I can get. No,
You can't get.
Solid NBA
I don't
player,
think you can go
absolutely.
out and get another Pascal.
No, what if I say no? I don't need another pass guy. What if I can get for the same amount of money? What if I can get Tobias and let's say Clay? Would you let him walk then?
Damn, I don't trust Tobias, but I would. I would because it sounds good.
Wait, if you add them both together?
No, it sounds great.
Yeah.
But I just know I'm leaning on Clay more than I'm leaning on Tobias. So I would have to. It looks like more of a straight
That's
up
a two
play
and
for
three.
Yaskow than it does.
Then you get an extra.
Then
but
you get a little bit of extra. It's a wild card.
But then both of
Throwing
them
a wild
starting
card
for
in
you. You
there.
get rid of one, and now you got
two starters.
You got two starters.
And if I set the role for Tobias to be a rebounder, defender, you know,
But where
do?
does Mathurin fall?
Average
in all
is
this?
16,
Off the bench,
right?
Think he's still off the.
I'm saying? Then you put Obi at the 4, and you go get you a 5, and it's.
that would look good.
I'm just
Paper, Pascal for Clay.
No, I'm just saying it's one of those.
Pick
That
up
if I let him go,
because they all.
you know,
free
I
agents.
have, you
And
know,
they all
if
free agents.
if I let him go, I can, you know, who can I throw money at? Like, if you let him go and he really goes, you're gonna have to overpay for something else.
That's what I'm
So you got to be willing to take that.
If he goes and there's no takers, you're stuck with nothing.
No, because there's somebody out there like.
See what's the free agency? What's the free agency pool look like?
With small forwards.
Yeah, if he was to walk, like who you stuck with? It's like Chris Middleton.
No, yeah.
No,
He up?
he wants to trade. I know.
He wants to trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just demanded the trade. So there's not a lot. That's what I'm saying. Right now, there's not a lot out there that if he walks, you can just go out here and just go pay.
But I
for
said
it.
it's just one of them cities, man. You make one bad contract, bro. You're gonna be sitting there trying to amnesty niggas. You were trying to amnesty because it was you made a bad investment. Now you mad at Siakam because you signed him to the deal, like,
So top,
like he did something
Wild
wrong.
Dean shit.
Yeah, don't get mad at me, goddammit.
top small forwards, they got PG first. Obviously, he can play that spot. LeBron, OG Anunoby, DeMar, Buddy Hill,
Shit, there's
Oubre.
Kelly
Sadiq
Oubre. I
Bey.
like Kelly
They got
Oubre.
Pascal.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't hear you say Pascal.
He's not on the list.
He might be in the
not
power
up.
forward section.
Is he a power forward?
Is
They
he
got
up?
him as
That's a
forward?
They got him.
Small
Oh, they
forward.
got him at power. They got him
But
at power forward.
So this is hoops hype, but Siakam number one power forward
Number one. Who's number two?
right now. Miles Bridges.
Ooh,
I'm going Miles.
I'm going Miles Bridges.
I'm going Miles.
Yeah, Miles Bridges.
But that
Tobias three.
potential for Miles is
You
like,
know-
we never seen him outside of Charlotte though. So
But it don't.
how he gonna
But we
play?
see his.
Excellent.
And the best thing about it, the best thing about Miles, is he already got robbed before. Remember, he was getting ready to sign $100 million,
days away.
He got in that trouble.
and he got in trouble. So with him is Siakam is how much? One what?
80.
180.
80.
Miles, I got 100 for you.
And Miles need a passer too.
Yeah, I got 100 for you. And now I got 80 million where I can go get somebody else too now.
Yeah.
He'll take
And he
that.
gonna take that like
take
hell
that.
yeah.
He'll take
I'm
that.
back.
Miles Bridges took $8 million last year, so
Yeah, so they've been fucking with them 1 year deals.
Because he had to take that.
Yeah, he had to take it.
He had to take that and come in and keep his nose clean, don't make no fuss, because he was coming off of 2 situations.
You seen you
might
let
get
Pascal,
something. He might get
I'm letting
Pascal
Pascal.
walk.
I'm letting Pascal.
You know, so funny. That's one dude who
Miles Bridges out there.
might sign some big money this summer because everyone's sleeping on him.
KJ Martin.
See, L.A.
hey, 23 years old. That is
Oh,
wild.
yeah.
What, year 5 at 23 is absurd.
Miles Bridges.
5 years at 23 years.
Saw him at this park. He was 23 years old, been in the league 5 years. Like,
That's
wow,
crazy,
That
right?
is wild to think about. Let's talk about another potential
KJ
free
gonna
agent.
get paid this summer, dog.
Talking about another free agent that may be making some headlines. Rich Paul made an appearance on an altcast of Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, made an interesting comment about the Lakers coaching situation and LeBron's future with the team.
And, you know, look, LeBron's a free agent. You have to decide, and I got to focus on his business and who should be focused on his business and let the Lakers hire whoever they want to hire. And he's always showed up and played for whatever coach is there, you know. But, yeah, I hear you, Bomani. And again, I'm not, you know, there's no need to try to drive a specific narrative or try to dodge anything. It is what it is. I think he's earned the right to have input if he wanted that, obviously, but it's just not the case.
Wow.
Hold on, but Mine's gonna come. Hold on, real quick. You said something, Rich. You said LeBron's a free agent, so I take it LeBron's going to decline that player option.
Chris, you know I don't do my business over.
I just heard what you said.
I don't know what he's going to do. We're going to do what we do every year. We're going to evaluate the situation, and we're going to make the best decision.
Right.
So there were reports that LeBron is looking for a 2 to 3 year extension with the Lakers this offseason, but is Rich Paul saying LeBron is a free agent as big of a deal as it's being made out to be? Yeah, I hear you saying no. Rashad, shaking your head yes. Why do you feel?
I think he let it slip. Trying to backpedal it right there.
Rich Paul, very intelligent man.
He is.
It's a very intelligent man.
Very intelligent. We had him on this couch.
Very intelligent.
People fuck up.
Players fuck up.
Players fuck up all the time.
They fuck up too.
That's a leverage play. That's a leverage play. That's a leverage play. Just
But
like
it's not,
the podcast was a leverage play.
Mind the Gap, very good podcast.
How you set up a podcast, bro? Like that in the middle of the season. Come on, man. We know what we doing over his chest.
Let's show your coaching acumen, JJ.
Come on, man. And then I'm going to go and say, listen, man, I'm going to go.
Let's show the people you know the terminologies.
Show them. And then I'm going to tell you what I like.
Yeah, let's definitely put the definitions on the screen so you can
I like that too, Brian. I see you doing that.
But let's not tell people that we gave you the definitions beforehand. So
come on, man.
No production meeting.
What can he sign as a free agent? LeBron.
Where or what?
What is the number? He can start off at 60, right?
Yeah.
I think AD got the 3 year 180, whatever it was. That made him the highest annual.
2 year, like 120.
So AD signed that 3 year extension for like 183, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
made him the highest annual average.
Okay, so if he signs an extension, right, the last number that he's going to be on is 51 million. And then you extend from there, so it'll be 51, 55, 60.
You think it'll get the same? He can't get more if he opts out of that 51?
No, if he opts out and he's a free agent, he has to sign a whole new deal.
Yeah, so
he can sign a 3 year 180 instead of signing that 51 million at next year.
With 2 more.
No, what I'm saying is if he says I'm a free agent and sign a whole new 3 year deal, instead of being 51 for next season, he can be at 60.
Yeah.
So it's money too.
2 year 120.
Or he can sign a 2 year. Nah, because it's this year plus 2. So if he.
Max he can do a deal is 3 for 162.
Huh?
3 for 162.
That's what he can sign.
Most he can do.
That's the most he can take. 3 for 162. Which averages out to 54 each, but the salary goes up a little bit.
So what would that start?
So it'd be like 45, 50, 55, something like that.
Usually it's 12%, so it's on like a $4 million jump. So he'll
I
start
did a
at.
$5 million jump to Gil. That's the same thing.
Huh?
You said it would be a $4 million jump. I did a 5 just off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's not a big difference.
It is just 3 more million.
Oh my God.
You can't mess with this man. He gonna nitpick you.
50. So if he keeps this, then that means the extension would be a 2 year.
Like 100 something.
2 year 105 plus the 51. So he'll make more money if he opts out.
Yeah, which
just probably like 10 or 12 more million.
And I think he's done enough to obviously earn that bread, what he's meant to the league. So
yeah.
At this point, no reason to think LeBron could play anywhere but with the purple and the gold for the next 3 seasons. Go ahead, King.
So just say if he comes back to the Lakers, right? Not counting his money, not counting nobody's pockets.
I knew I was going to go this way. I think I know where you're going with this.
Is it about winning right now?
That's what I was. You count.
I'm asking.
Trying to go get the bread.
Yeah, are you trying to max out or are you trying to win?
What we doing?
I'm just hear me out. Yeah, we're not talking like a regular person.
Not counting his pockets either. We're not
counting his pockets.
We don't need no more bread.
I'm saying.
What we doing?
If it's 160, right?
Mm-hmm.
120, 130, go get somebody else that can help me win?
Good.
That's all I'm saying.
Good
A good piece help us win right now.
But now you put yourselves in that position. Are you giving up $30 million for a good piece?
And it's a piece that if I'm about winning, like this is, I'm not. This is the person we're talking about here, right? That I'm in this argument to be the greatest basketball player of all time. And what do people put into this equation that holds them back?
Yep.
Championships, right? Media, the masses, this is the argument out here, right? Mike got 6. Mike got 6, right? Mm-hmm. Do you try to get closer to that number if there's a piece out there that could potentially, I ain't saying you got to, niggas offering you 160 and you be like, yeah, I'll take 60. I ain't saying that. At this juncture of where you are in year 21, 22, whatever the fuck it is, of everything that you done accomplished, all the money you made, or do you want another championship? Is it that important to you, or is that's all I'm saying?
Okay, then let's just do reality. Reality is this. If he wins another championship or two, who's put him in front of Jordan?
No, I'm saying, but I don't know. But people would make his argument,
use that argument now.
It would be less, they use it now.
And then when he does get 6, they're gonna be like, well, he don't got the scoring title. So what I'm saying is, 30 minutes, they're gonna use something.
Everybody's gonna put him at the top except for me.
No, not everybody. So if he wins 2 more, what's the likeliness of them, right?
Yeah.
Not that.
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
Being the unanimous GOAT worth $30 million.
Yeah, so no. So
deduction.
spending $30 million to stay in second place is really what it is.
I'm with you.
It is the hell no.
I
just you know when it comes to this is the greatest players want to be paid like the greatest.
I'm with you. Absolutely.
When Michael Jordan took his $32 million.
For sure, absolutely. He deserved it.
There's no pay cut.
Yeah,
when Kobe Bryant on them bad teams, like he didn't take no pay cut.
That 2 for 48.
I'm with you.
Y'all go figure it out.
Y'all go figure it out.
I'm with you.
So you know what I mean? I don't see it.
But I don't see it neither.
Yeah, I don't see
it's just a question.
I don't disagree because I've always thought guys want to win shit, but you're not cutting no deals with ownership.
No, you know why? You know why?
No, you're not giving no
when
deal.
they worth $6-7 billion.
And that's the thing is, you want me to sacrifice for Kenyon, right? So you want to use our friendship.
Yeah.
You the billionaire, dog.
Yeah.
How about you sacrifice what you're trying to profit? You want me to take away my profit when you can take away your profit. You got 52 businesses, right?
Yeah.
But bitch, this is my only business.
Give me one. Get him one of them.
I'm trying to stand where you stand.
I'm with you. I get it. I'm just making it like it's about that for him. The winning aspect of it right now is that. Where does that?
Yeah, see, I don't think that.
So that's all.
You can only use that on the young ones right now. I don't think that. The older ones is like, nah, nigga, I know this trick.
I'm with you.
Y'all got me y'all got me 3 times already. I've been in this league 20 years. Y'all done got me 3 contracts on this one.
At this point, we have no reason to think LeBron can play anywhere else but the purple and gold for the next 3 seasons before chunking the deuces on his basketball career, especially with the All-Star game, I believe, 2026. It aligns up to what's going on.
Yeah, listen, this is just plays. You know what I mean? There's no. Unless they do something stupid right to him, and I don't know, something that has something to do with his manhood, and you know, like Pat Riley takes some shit off the plane.
No more chocolate chip
you know
cookies.
what I mean? Doing something that really compromises.
He can't have his business feels.
I don't see him leaving.
But I will say this: back-to-back 7th-place finishes in the West, including back-to-back smackings by the Nuggets in the playoffs, and the Lakers are searching for the 4th different head coach since Bron joined the team in 2018, but nothing's guaranteed. So we have a MostlyFans question on the subject from underdog user Arizona Loner. He said, if all LeBron wanted was another ring, where would be the easiest place to win one next year?
Golden State?
No, nowhere, man. Just reality because
Boston.
Because look, there's one thing he can't do, and this is. He cannot take a pay cut to go anywhere else. They were I said, what if LeBron decided he was going to team up with, let's say Boston, and say I signed vet minimum? What happens? A GM manager said he can't do that. He can't do that. We'll investigate the fuck out of that. They said they will investigate if he took less than what he's supposed to get, right? There's like only a certain amount. Like, so if he's supposed to get 60, if he took 30, the rest of the NBA, if he took 30 and said, all right, I'm going to go with the Golden State, you know the other owners will investigate that?
But what can they investigate?
Why did he take $30 million less to fit with that team?
Because he's a grown man exerting his free will.
They said that that is illegal. I did not know that. Like, you remember when they were talking about, you remember when he was a free agent the first time, they said if LeBron takes $1 million, just $1 million a year, and they can sign these, and they're like, he can't do that. He is worth the max. He has to take his value. He can't devalue himself to go fit somebody else. They're going to find out why did he do it, what happened, and they will investigate in court. I was like, that's crazy as shit.
Well, let them spend their money. The reason is because I wanted to sign here. There's no rhyme or reason I want to go win. That's the reason. There's no other underlying reason other than I got however much money in the bank already, and winning trumps that right now for me. So investigate all you want. Yeah. There's no, you can read all the emails. Ain't no, you can everything you want to read, right? Yeah. It all lines up that me want to win. So what can they say to that?
No, they said they said there's only a certain. I've never known because it's never happened, but they said there's only a certain. There's a percentage that person has to stay within. So, like, if you're worth $60 million, I think there's only a certain number you can go below, or they're gonna call it's.
So it only matters with guys that's making a certain amount.
I think so.
So Udonis Haslem all them years wasn't worth more than he was signing for.
Or was he not a big enough fish for it?
I'm just asking because he signed because he took less every year to.
Yeah, but I don't think it was big enough.
But what if LeBron says, hey, I'm washed now, washed king?
Yeah, like that's what I said. If he said, I'm going to take $2 million to go somewhere, I don't think the league allow it.
So what was KG them signing for like them years when he went to when him and Paul and went to.
And we're looking at so Michael Jordan signed a 2-year, $2 million contract with the Washington Wizards.
That's not his value. What was his value at the time? Nothing.
It was averaging 20 a game.
No, he signed it to play. What I'm saying is LeBron James just finished the season. Mm-hmm. So he's the #1 small forward, whatever, right? Top 4. So
top
he's worth, this is what his value's worth, right? So we're saying, all right, he can max out at 168.
But what if he don't want to be with that team, though?
163.
So the Lakers can pay him the most.
163.
Right?
That means the next team that can pay him on the max is what, 145? And he says, I'm going to go there for $45 million. They're going to veto that.
But how can they veto if he signs as a free agent?
What's going on here?
I'm a free agent.
What's going on?
Yeah, because that means he's supposed to sign for 140 something. That means there shouldn't be no money left. That means he signed for 45. That means
so they forced the team. So they forcing the team not to be able to sign other players
because it looks like some type of corruption, collusion.
I hear you.
Like that. So,
but how can it be though? In some cases, I hear it, like the Joe Smith shit. When they signed him, the Minnesota Joe Smith shit, right?
But they gave him the money.
They gave him the money at the table. They promised. So it's some
the promissory, and then
like he was gonna sign for a certain amount, but they didn't have it to give, so they was gonna sign like on. But it's not that deal. It's
what's wrong with that? He's my player. Why can't I promise him whatever I want? That's weird, right? I'm not affecting anybody else. I can't afford him right now. I don't want him to leave, so I'm saying, hey, no matter what happens, I'm willing to sign you this deal. That's my own player. I don't know why that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? That seems normal. Right? I can't afford you right now, big dog. But you hang out with me for one more year, I got you. So you don't leave. That seems like normal business.
No, but I think that they was gonna sign him, but it was some underlying shit behind it, right? It wasn't like I got you next year shit.
No. But I thought it was because I was happy. So when I was at Golden State, when I was at Golden State, they couldn't afford me that year. Yeah. So the deal was, this is our deal. Mm-hmm. I signed back for 4.9, right?
Yeah.
4.9, and then I had a written deal under the table, 7 years, 79.
Okay.
Right? So they was gonna sign that. They get a copy, put in Weston. They might get a copy, put it, right? And it was like I was like that's the same thing like Joe Smith,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So, but
It was. You're right.
what was wrong with that?
It wasn't his team though. I don't think.
No, I mean it was Minnesota.
He was on Minnesota. Was he? Was he?
Yeah, he was on
there.
Minnesota.
I thought he was coming from.
Nah, he was on Minnesota.
He
He was Minnesota, and then he didn't play very well, right? He didn't play well that year. Then
Joe was drafted by
Golden
State. He was drafted by Golden State.
Traded.
I thought he was coming from Golden State to Minnesota, and that was the
deal. They had him under the table.
if I'm not mistaken. I could be, but
it just.
But my thing is, but it's nothing like that. If LeBron decided to, it would be nothing like that of the sort. I'm just coming here trying to win. So, in order for us to sign another player, or I only took a fraction of this so we can sign somebody else. I don't see why the league would veto that. But
because the league is the other teams.
Let's be real.
I'm with you.
In order for
I'm with
LeBron to win, he's going to have to lead the Lakers.
And that ain't happening.
Relax.
Lakers ain't winning shit.
Now, I like this. Let's
Lakers
say
ain't winning shit.
he's a free agent right now, right? And he says, all right, I'm going to come back and sign for $10 million a year. How much cap space do they open up? Right? That opens up so much cap space.
Absolutely.
Where they can go out there and sign whoever the fuck they want, add with LeBron James. The other 29 owners will be like, fuck that, what did they promise him? Let's check. What did they give him some land, some fucking way? Like, what the fuck did they do?
Space Jam 3. So and then to my point with that would be is investigate. Go and waste your money on your lawyers and all that shit because there's nothing illegal here. I didn't promise him nothing though. So your thing is they had to promise him something. They had to give him something on the back end in order for him to sign this deal. But what if it's none of that? I'm gonna say let you investigate. Like go ahead and investigate. Go and spend your money on your lawyer. Go ahead and do all your due diligence, and there's nothing behind it.
Because you would. That's what I said. I will ask Rich Paul after this. If they're legally allowed to.
Yeah, I want to know that.
How much can they go?
Steve, can you look up this the Joe Smith situation for me?
The question
was he with Minnesota already?
No, he was with Golden State. I think he was with Golden State.
And I think he was coming from.
He was coming from Golden State.
And they promised him that.
So the question is, does LeBron need to stack his team to win?
Right now?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You don't see the motherfuckers out there stacked up?
Yeah, yes. He needs Anthony Davis and two more guys.
All right. He needs what he's always needed.
In this NBA, I think he needs that to win.
Stack team.
At 39, at 40, hell yeah. So I can
right
take
now, I think
hell yeah. I'm fucking 40.
Yeah, I think.
Stack this bitch up.
Yeah, he gonna need some help this year. A lot of it. For the next couple years. Until he get done.
Does the team look like kind of like the bubble team?
They need better than that.
Nah, they need better. Yeah, teams done swooped up. Like fuck.
They got better.
What teams done swooped up?
Oklahoma City, Minnesota,
Boston, Bucks, Philadelphia,
swooped up.
Clippers
got better.
Suns.
It got better since then.
Dallas. I mean, people got better
since the bubble.
Yeah, since the bubble.
Hell yeah. Shit.
Only team that looked the same is what? Boston, and they got 2 new starters.
And somewhere Denver.
But these 2 guys made it to the conference finals last year.
Who?
LeBron and AD.
Yeah. We get all that. We not stupid though. We need to soup up. I got beat 2 times.
Bad.
Smack. Right, so I need to soup up. Goddamn it, I need some new shoes. These shoes ain't it anymore.
Need some new dancing shoes. Need some new dancing partners.
Hey, we need some
new dancing partners and new dancing shoes.
Just wanted to hear it out loud. That's all. That's it. Josiah, I want to hear it out loud.
I'm just merely a
I
host.
need some help.
That was a free agent. He had been traded from Golden State to Philly the previous year. Then there was a lockout.
Okay.
Coming out of the lockout, he signed that under the table deal.
Okay.
So he signed it before the lockout?
No, coming out of it. Like when they said we're gonna play.
So why
he
would
was going back to Philly.
No, he was going to Minnesota.
He was
So
leaving Philly.
McHale and them did the deal.
Going to a new team in Minnesota.
Yes.
And he had turned down an $80 million extension previously. Then took 1 year for 1.75.
See?
And that was so
They
he was
gave him
gonna pay him
100.
the
I told
next
He's gonna
year.
pay 100 under the table.
The next year he was gonna get the
Next year,
100.
They could go under the cap.
So,
over the
yeah.
cap once
See, that's what I said. Like deals like that be fucking. They
7
investigate.
year, and then he took 100. So, but it wouldn't be that though. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but what I'm saying is, you see how that big of a number, like okay, 80
then
million.
then you investigate.
Yeah, you
7 and then 100. Like that's
No, but they didn't even get to the 100.
like, look, because they got caught.
Yeah, like 80 million and 7. Wait, hold the fuck on. He's 7.
No, they
We just
got-
offered him 80 and he come to you for 7? The fuck out of here.
Yeah. Then yeah.
Then they
of course.
investigated.
But it was some dirty shit going on.
How the fuck do you what I'm saying
Right.
is you investigate, cool. Who's telling?
Oh, somebody got caught. There's a paper trail.
Because it don't kick in until
Because
the
of that
following year.
handshake.
What I'm saying is it's a handshake, and whatever it is in safes. How are you finding out?
No, they signed it.
I know they signed it.
Therefore, it should have just been a handshake.
Is it?
That's what
But
I'm saying.
it's in your safe and it's in my safe.
So
So who?
the lawyer, the lawyer said something. Somebody then pillow talked with somebody's wife,
It's crazy because
girlfriend, mistress.
there's only 2 copies of this motherfucker.
Somebody-
yours and mine.
Somebody toes was curling and was like, "Ooh, you know what?"
Because Joe Smith is one of the top guys signing for low.
But I know that. But just like you said, investigate all you want. You can only go. They can only go to your safe and his safe to see the real paperwork.
No, the paperwork is public. You
No.
just signed a 1-year
No,
deal.
no.
No,
He signed
I signed a 1-year deal.
7.
I'm talking about that.
But then how do
caught
they
this
go
under the table?
They found the actual, the big one because he signed it.
So how you find this? Niggas,
Somebody pillow talking.
You ain't see who he.
Somebody
see
told
the situation
Sterling.
with his chick.
Nah, hold on, dog. Hold on.
Somebody toes curling and talking.
Wait, hold on,
You see
man.
what the last chick did?
Nah.
It is what it is, brother.
Somebody toes curling and that
Hold
motherfucker pillow
on,
talking.
dog. Hold on. What year was this? Let me see. I can tell you what year, probably.
Yeah, no, it's
2000. The lockout was 97,
99.
99 lockout.
So
So it was 2000.
So 80. So this is 98, 99 year, right? Right. He averaged 13 and 8 that year.
in Philly.
Huh?
In Philly?
No, in Philly he averaged 10. But for that season, he averaged 14. So he was averaging 17 in Golden State.
Okay.
So he came back at 13. Now, he started 42 out of 43 games. The next year in Minnesota, he came off the bench. There's only 2 contracts here. I know for damn sure Joe Smith ain't pulling his out. When did this investigation start? When did it come out that there was something fishy? Because I'm pretty sure what happened was he got there. He didn't look the way they thought he was going to look for that money, and they told on themselves. Because there's no way this is supposed to be a dude that get all that money, and then the following year he's a
Come off
bench
the
player.
bench.
Oh, they had to make it look the way it looked, bro.
Oh, they were trying to cover it up. They were trying to make it look good, shot it.
Oh,
They
no, they already got
I
caught.
was in Minnesota, bro. Like I already know
They was throwing
certain
body-
people are part of the
They was
deal.
throwing body on
they
the,
had
they
meetings.
throwing dirt on the body.
Yeah, they had meetings to facilitate all of that. Some people backed out of that situation. I'm not, so you can't say nothing, no names or nothing like that. But it's like, yo, they did what they had to do to get him because they thought he was a piece next to the piece. Like Lauren Woods was a piece next to the piece. They thought he was going to be one of those pieces that was going to help them get over.
They had Irvin Johnson.
Man, that's what I'm saying. He shot 40, when he got there, that 42% from the field. He didn't play.
Nasty work.
So I'll read what happened. So according to Jay Adonde, then of the Los Angeles Times, the entire plan was blown open when the agents Eric Flesher and Andrew Miller parted ways. Miller retained Smith and superstar teammate Kevin Garnett in the split, which prompted a lawsuit that led to the unearthing of many documents.
Andy Miller.
Including the detailing
Andy Miller fucked it up, and the other dude told on him.
of the legal agreement with Smith. So they did some discovery.
It was supposed to be a joint deal, and Andy fucked it up.
The game is the game.
I know Minnesota was like,
No, they got penalized.
Yeah, you know what they did, because in my draft class they didn't have that last round pick.
They got Indy EB. Ended up being one of them the year before that, and then that draft they couldn't get no picks.
Yeah,
so I was like the first round pick that they got from that.
Yeah, so because I was 2001, so they didn't have a pick, because I think it went from like Tony Parker, then went straight to the second round.
Yeah, they got penalized for a while.
Let's keep this moving. One last thing to talk about today before we get to MostlyFans. So Clippers have a lot of issues to resolve this summer, but one of the biggest ones is the uncertainty surrounding All-NBA forward Kawhi Leonard's health. Kawhi's missed parts or all of the last 4 Clippers postseasons, playing in only 4 of the Clippers' last 19 playoff games dating back to 2021. This postseason, he missed 4 out of 6 games against the Mavs with knee inflammation, turns 33 in June, played 68 games in the regular season this past year, which is the most he's played since 2017. So did the Clippers make the right move giving Kawhi a 3-year extension? I will take the silence and deep thought.
What I'm saying is, it's hard for me to say no. The reason is, it's their money, man. Right? It's if they think that's they got a deal, and it was a right deal for them. That's their wallet. It's kind of hard to. I mean, we have our opinions, but for the most part, it's his wallet. If I don't know his personal relationship with Ballmer. He might not look like meat. he might look like a fucking whole human being to him, to the point where it's like,
He don't look like meat. He looks like a whole human being.
Yeah, this my guy.
You gonna answer the question though?
What?
You gonna answer the question that he asked you?
I did.
No, you just said that's not your wallet.
It's not my wallet. What was the question?
So did the Clippers make the right move giving Kawhi a 3-year extension? But I'll preface with this: moving into a new arena, you want some level of continuity. Kawhi played 68 games this year. At the time that he got the extension was before the playoff injuries this postseason. But given that track
right
record,
move, I'll say yes, because this is the Clippers. Yes, this is the right move.
I mean, all NBA player, second team all NBA. I'm just saying,
shit, the best talent that they fucking ever had. The most decorated man they've ever had in that uniform. Hell yeah, sign him, goddammit.
Rashad, do you think the Clippers made the right decision with the move?
No. He hasn't shown to be the asset that they invested in. So they invested in a guy they thought was going to bring him a championship, put him in playoff contention, and at least give him some glory. And that ain't happened. They should have moved on. That's what I think. I never really been big on Kawhi, though.
You're not a big Kawhi guy?
Nah, since he was in San Antonio, so.
What's so funny? I was just like, I didn't see the hype on Kawhi. He looked robotic, right? I didn't, because Spurs with their system kind of makes everyone look a little bit better than they're supposed to be. And then when he got traded to Toronto, I was like, let me see how he really looked. And then he won a championship. And then once he won that championship, I was like, you know what? It's hard for me to say anything bad about him because he just gets it done. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't know. I can't point it. I just know, you know what? He gonna get it done. It ain't gonna look pretty, but he gonna get it done.
You can't worry about how it look.
Look, that's what I said. I gotta stop worrying about how it look.
Yeah, you can't worry about how that look.
Look at the result.
The house is built. I don't give a fuck how he built it. It's there, okay? It might not be like the last one or this one. It's done. The shit ain't falling apart. So when it comes to him, it's like...
He took his time putting this bitch together.
He get it done. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
How it look, how long it took.
I feel like it was circumstance, though. It's a lot of circumstance with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the circumstance with Toronto winning that championship, circumstance with him being left the team in San Antonio, and all those guys got older, moved out. It's like, oh, this your team. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Did he get hurt? Did he do one full year he didn't play in San Antonio? Was it like a year and a half or something like that? And
I know with the Clippers,
I think in San Antonio it was like a full year he didn't play. Then he get to Toronto, like you said, he got it done, and he's like, man, this man.
I played nine games in 2017, 2018.
9 games, right? So it's like, for me, that's that's the history he's shown me is that
Then ask for a trade.
it's like, man, I don't know, man. Like I said, I've never been big on him. He looked the same way. You know, I thought he was manufactured. Like he was one of those guys that had to, you know, he had to go get it out the mud. He had to go get better to show and prove that he deserved it all. And then winning in Toronto showed everyone that I can win without being in a system. But then I'm expecting the same thing in the Clippers, and that didn't happen. So I would have moved on and try to get some assets, try to start over.
Yeah.
Did the Clippers make the right move?
Financially, yeah. Because if they had waited, it just made second team All NBA. So.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
Listen, financially,
Hell yeah.
it made the right move.
Did they smelt it coming? Like,
No,
just
they
saying,
got lucky because man made second team All NBA.
So yeah, because this summer it would have been Supermax.
You got a Supermax contract. It's Supermax. He made second team All NBA.
I know he's sitting there like, bitch, God
Right?
damn it.
He was hurt when he signed it, though.
No, he was healthy. He was healthy when he signed
this
the
year?
extension.
Yeah, so they probably
signed it during the season.
During the season.
During this season,
So
while
they
he was-
probably seen it right on the wall, like, oh shit, he about to.
yeah, he
if he hit this
playing
65,
looking this way.
If he hit this 65,
He probably was approaching them 65 games, and they was like, "Shit, how much is it gonna cost us over this? Shit, we can. That's another 70 million.
so he signed the extension January 10th.
So that's another
You
70.
think he was expecting to finish the season out?
I don't know, but he did, and
Oh no, the only person who's probably mad right now is probably Kawhi.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you bet on yourself knowing that you
no,
do?
no, my history.
Now with my history,
That's what I'm.
no, 2017 is the last time I played.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, it works
Yeah.
well for just even his recent postseason history, works well for both sides because you wait till the summer you're the Clippers and you see how this postseason played out. Would you now sign that super?
Yeah, that's the thing. So no,
It don't matter if you Supermax. This is what I'm supposed to be getting.
Yeah, Supermax.
But
Right, even if you say, all right, bad, what's the name? I'm still gonna get 40-something million more than what you gave me.
But do you re-sign him at that point
Hell yeah.
in this summer, knowing how this season played out, versus
let him
back
walk?
in January?
You're gonna let him walk?
I'm asking.
Well, if
you
we
guys.
talking about prices, you talking about the price.
If the price of the brick is going significantly
how much it's
up.
gonna cost you to re-sign them?
Yeah, it's,
It seems like listen,
got
there's a
break.
lot of teams where they make bad investments. This seemed like a better one because he ended up making that team.
But
Yeah.
the team don't mean nothing, really.
Huh?
If you've already signed, he already made second team. He don't mean nothing right now.
No, what I'm saying is if they would have waited the Supermax and then they still want him as a player, because even if you sign and trade him, you sign and trade him as a Supermax player.
'cause you got to.
You ain't
You
gonna
get more pieces though.
But still, ain't
You
nobody,
get way more
nobody's
pieces.
stupid.
ain't nobody bringing unless
Think about it,
he's-
you're bringing him
unless
for
he's
like
the championship piece. Like unless we know we finna be right here and win the championship with him. And
Kawhi up. If Kawhi's up for the grabbing for somebody to trade pieces for, they gonna.
now with
You know what this look like?
Now with a Supermax attached to it.
For
No,
sure.
no, because okay, think about Miami.
Now with his history.
Now think about Miami. This ain't Jimmy Butler for him.
No.
See, you fucking Jimmy Butler, you got Tyler Hero.
Miami ain't in the conversation. They can't be in the conversation because
No,
they
but
ain't got enough.
that's how many pieces got to go with him.
For sure.
With the Supermax
For
deal.
sure.
So you're thinking about anybody else's contract.
You blowing your team up.
gotta
You're blowing
match
your team
That's
up.
what I'm saying. You got. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to consider blowing your team up
Just
to
do a
have
sign
this
and
conversation.
trade. Do a
Supermax.
sign and trade.
Yes.
Yes.
But
You got to literally think about rebuilding around this guy.
No, but I'm saying they're better off that they signed him early because no matter what, he was a Supermax. So even if you're going to Supermax and trade him, you're fucked.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. Like for them, it's like it's a win-win because they don't have to they don't have to put him on the market. But I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have given him the bread because of the investment.
So what are you doing this summer then?
I'm literally getting rid of him early.
you had two guys.
But what I'm saying, but you got to sign him to a Supermax now. See, you didn't sign him then, so that means this summer, right now, if you're gonna trade him,
I'm
you have
getting
to
my
sign.
piece.
You have to sign him to a Supermax first,
I'm
and
taking
then
that chance. Taking that chance to try to see who want him. Who want him?
that's what I'm saying for a
expensive one.
Supermax.
Who want him?
For Supermax, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody.
Supermax
These are
deal.
mega trades,
Nobody.
blockbuster trades that have went down before in history.
at this-
So I'm like, hey, they
coming
gonna-
off at this juncture, ain't nobody making no trade now for no Supermax contract.
Nothing else.
all NBA's taking team player. You got
Yeah, that's what I said. Y'all signed him for that act.
You're not if it's Anthony Edwards or Luka or one of these young stars, and this is Supermax attached to it. Yeah, a team doing it. A Jason Tatum, right? A team doing that right now. No team is doing that for Kawhi right now. Now with a Supermax contract attached to it.
Yeah, like, let's say.
I hear you. What
Let's
you're
say
saying.
Chicago.
LaMelo.
No, it don't even make that much.
I mean,
Remember, that's what I said. Those guys.
so if Miles Bridges got big money, and they combine that contract between him and Melo,
You're talking about him
and LaMelo Ball for
that don't even
Kawhi.
still him, LaMelo, and probably somebody else. I don't see Charlotte breaking up there. Like they said, you're getting rid of everything for Kawhi.
At this
just to see
At
what
this
at this jump.
just to throw it out there. I'm fishing at this. This is what I'm saying.
You were fishing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You end up fishing because that's what I'm saying. You had to, because you didn't sign him earlier and you got to supermax him now. You got to throw out your fucking fish.
I got two other assets. I got one other asset.
And that supermax fucks up you.
I got PG and I got James still.
No, because PG's a free agent.
He is, but we still having conversations. We're still having conversations.
Damn, they Clippers got saved.
Yeah. Because it would have been, that's what I'm saying. Like,
You got Supermax and you got Paul George. Now you got so much money because you didn't have to pay it.
I've been saying break the team up anyway. So Paul going.
They don't have to now.
I know, because they kept him.
No, I don't have to because they got him for cheap.
They got him for cheap.
They got him for
So
cheap.
they got to
Walk
give
problem.
James money.
They ain't gonna get him. He not getting no money.
They
Not
got to
real no
give
money.
James money because they got money to give.
Nah, he ain't getting the real money.
They got money to give.
They're not gonna give it to him. Is what I'm saying.
Who they gonna?
Is he up too?
Yeah. No, I think. Yeah. Is he?
James is up too.
James is up too.
Oh, they good. They got money.
Yeah, they gonna give him the money. They got money.
They robbed Kawhi.
Yeah, they got money to give him.
We asked the chat, Kawhi's 3-year extension was the right move, wrong move. 66% said the wrong move. So we talked about Jaylen. Let's talk about PG real quick. He will likely opt out of the final year of his deal, become a free agent. But according to Shams, there is a strong belief PG will stay in LA. Would it be a mistake for Paul George to stay with the Clippers?
Oh, he can stay in LA. Didn't say what team.
They had a number for how much he
That's
could.
a good
157, I think. He could get.
What is
That's a good
And
fit over there.
215 if he goes somewhere else.
215?
215 if
Yeah.
he goes somewhere else. 157
Yeah.
if he stays.
Paul over with the Lakers is a good fit.
No, yeah. But how's he worth more going somewhere else?
But would it be the 157 in addition to this?
Yeah.
If they just signed an extension with this year, then added 157 on top
so he
of
would
it.
basically make less.
No, 157 plus.
The 51 he could opt into.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't
If he
a contract
signs
guy.
an extension, that's why he has to opt out of his deal.
Got to opt out of his deal.
So he has to opt out.
So he
That's
opts
the same
out.
thing with
He's
LeBron.
up for 2.
That's the same thing with LeBron. He has to opt out of his deal to
But
start it over.
you think staying with the Clippers, good or bad idea, Kenyon, for Paul George?
Bad idea.
And why do you think it's a bad idea?
You said it.
This experiment has been going on for 6 years now. With two older guys, it's not gonna work. It's been Paul and Kawhi. It's been 6 years now. What do we have to show for it? Like they came here together. They made the decision. One wanted the one to come here. The guy was in Oklahoma City minding his fucking business. Like, guy.
But you can leave OKC to come to LA. I think.
But I'm just, but shit. And it ain't worked. That's all I'm saying. And that as here, you're home, okay, cool. You're from Los Angeles, okay, cool. But on the floor, it hasn't worked for whatever reason, whether it's injury, whether it's timing, but it just hasn't worked. If I'm Paul, I'm looking for. I can stay in LA, but I'm looking for a different situation. If I'm Paul George, I think having Anthony Davis is a better fit for Paul the way he plays. Pass first guy. You got the same guy that's playing the point. Older guys, pass first guy. LeBron go give him the ball. He can defer to Paul. Paul can go out there, bitch, and average 26. Anthony Davis can average 27, 28, and.
So you're saying CP, Paul George, LeBron James, and AD.
Oh no, I'm
CPU.
not.
CP3.
No. Leave him where he is.
Signing with LA this summer.
No, he not.
It's the wrong fit. Him and LeBron can't do the same.
They can't play this.
It's like, no.
No, that's the wrong. That's like James. It's the same thing as James Harden and Chris Paul. It's the same thing.
And you see what happened with CP over there? Like,
Wrong team.
It's the same thing though.
Wrong team.
It's the same thing as James and CP is the same thing as CP and Bron.
it would have been easier over there with Golden State because they don't need the ball to function.
No way.
So what's the difference?
What's D-Lo doing?
Probing and shooting.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't need 24 seconds.
But you know what I'm saying though?
Hey, CP can get off that motherfucker.
Now, what's the difference though with him and Bron? What's the difference between when James and CP played together?
Dynamic, unbelievable one-on-one scorer that needs the ball to do all that shit. LeBron is not that guy. He can get off of it. He can facilitate. LeBron don't need it.
Well, so you
had to, because he hasn't had a CP to do that shit.
Huh?
If LeBron has a CP,
just like Kobe
they can let him
had a CP, just like
you give Bron the ball early in fast break situations, right? Like he loves to do. Nothing can stop you from doing that. But half-court basketball, LeBron dominating the ball has never been the thing that's worked. Kyrie's had the ball half-court. That's what made it work, because Kyrie had the ball in half-court and he could facilitate to
fourth
Bron.
quarter. Last 5 minutes.
He needs somebody just to regulate. And then if you got PG out there, he ain't got to have the.
You said it. Kyrie, a scorer. I don't need someone trying to be a passer if I'm a passer.
But you got PG out there.
It's a scorer.
Right? So you using CP to set these guys
That's
up.
just like when Steve Nash came here. It was dumb because Kobe's never played with a pure point guard. Only pure point guard he ever played with, you can consider, was Gary Payton, and you see how hard that was to play with him.
They wasn't playing in the triangle.
It didn't matter.
It did matter.
Gary Payton trying to do his thing, Kobe like, give me the fucking ball.
Kobe only
give me the fucking ball.
Kobe only knew the triangle.
Same thing
though.
with Jordan. Give me the fucking ball.
He only knew the
I don't need you to sit here and try to bring it over here.
Triangle make you get off the ball.
No, just basketball. Like whatever you're great at, I don't care. Give me the ball. You can sit here and do the pick and roll.
So the point I'm making is Bron ball dominant, CP ball dominant, James Harden ball dominant.
Mm-hmm.
They don't work together on the same floor.
You need people who can shoot. You're ball dominant. Need just straight shooter or rim runners.
How has it worked for LeBron?
4 rings.
Without a ball
4 rings.
Facilitator.
4 rings.
In the last 5 years.
1 ring.
1 ring. And he had Rajon Rondo, nigga.
Coming off the bench.
Rajon Rondo.
Coming off the bench.
Was CP. That's
he was
who
coming
he
off the bench.
He need that look again.
Remember Caruso started.
It don't matter.
What did he do?
You had Rondo out there facilitating that shit.
Coming off the bench. So
Rajon Rondo ran that motherfucking shit. CP give him that same feel, I'm telling you. Bring CP in, get PG, you niggas got a chance.
Okay. They best friends, right? There's a reason they never play together.
No, what's the reason? CP been going to other teams. And LeBron been going to other teams, I mean, 4 different teams. Can't go to Cleveland, who was in Cleveland? Can't be CP and Kyrie. Even though he brought D Rose and Isaiah Thomas and all those other niggas. Yeah, they all gonna move around too.
When it came to LA, you could have had CP, right?
Nope.
Okay.
He couldn't.
All right, well, on that note, let's move on to MostlyFans. Presented by Underdog Fantasy. If you have not done so already, download the app, use promo code GIL. You can receive up to $250 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. Another productive day in the arena. Wish there was more playoff games. But some of you jinxed it.
It's finna be less.
Okay, we have 4 more games in the Western Conference Final.
Got 1 more.
That'd be great for the NBA, right? 4 more?
4 more. Let's go, Wolves.
Shit over, bro. They're gonna get smacked tonight. They're gonna lose by a dub.
You think they're losing by?
They're gonna lose by a dub.
You've been right. So can you please, come on. We need more games.
They're gonna lose by a dub.
We're trying to stay employed.
15 to 20 point Mavericks win tonight.
Nah, Anthony Edwards ain't going out like that.
15 to 20 point Dallas Mavericks win tonight.
Definitely gonna get a win.
Okay. This shit over.
Oof.
Who the ref?
Do we know who's officiating? They got to send all Tim Donaghy, Scott Fox. They got a heavy hitter.
Tim Donaghy.
Reunion tour. Nigga, we got 7 refs out here. Reunion
The money
tour.
coming back.
Reunion.
It's terrible.
Why we got different refs the second quarter?
This motherfucker ain't doing his job. Luka's still in the game.
Fucking hockey subs.
The referees for tonight: Scott Foster, Bill Kennedy,
Ed Malloy.
Ed,
No.
special ed.
Oh, Dallas probably about to get beat by like 30, dog.
I'm telling you, watch.
Scott
Name
Foster.
no Scott. You said Scott and Ed?
I'm telling you, man.
Special ed.
Listen, man.
Oh, no.
Them boys by.
Dog, those are extenders. Those are
standards. It's going to. Minnesota wins
those
the
are
game.
ref extenders. Those are the ones that extend the.
They ain't got shit to do with
More
it.
content.
I hear
More
you.
content.
Luka gonna be in fight. Luka, you know how they.
Somebody going down. Somebody going down.
Foul.
Somebody going down.
Down, Luka.
For sure, PJ. Somebody.
See,
Somebody.
They
It might not be them two.
I don't think
It
it's
might
gonna be enough.
somebody on the outside.
I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think they're still gonna lose by 15, 20.
Well, speaking of this matchup, our first Mostly Fans question. One of our favorite underdog fantasy users, BMac32.
Gil, when Dallas and Luka win this championship right here, will you admit that Brandon and Rashad was right about them Euros running the league?
Gil, if Luka wins his first chip, will you admit that Brandon and Rashad were right about Euros running the league?
Do we know what math is? We all do math, right? Right. There's 400.
Some better than others.
There's 450 players, right? There's 450 NBA players. There's 4 Euros that are good.
More than 4 years.
5. Do you know we had this conversation? You take Luka out as the point guard. Can they name another point guard that is decent?
From Europe?
Because Europeans are taking over, so that
Or
means there should
international.
when you're saying Euro should be taken over, right? It should be at least half, right?
No,
It should be at least half. You can't say 2.
Just 2.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 450, that means they're taking over.
Well, let's say 4.
Out of 450.
Out of 450,
Damn.
4. Yeah. Because one of the Euros.
Hey, I got
They say nigga after every shot.
4.
One of the Euros is
I
going
got
back
a
to the
beachfront
slave day.
property in Manhattan. I want to tell you.
So 4
You're
Euros.
doing math like that. I got a motherfucking beach property I want to sell you in Manhattan.
Manhattan Beach or Manhattan?
It's all, I think math is
if you
stats. Is it stat man? Is that what the math is?
Not that.
I mean,
Bruce Beach?
Not
No, okay.
Listen, at the end of the day, if 4 years, just 4 or 5 Euros, 4 shit, all of them 6'10" and above. If that is considered taking over the league, and those are the only 4 that are actually good, right? If we say name me 2 point guards that are good.
Why does it have to be point?
They won't. Name me 3 shooting guards that are now or the future. They won't be able to, right? It's just bigs.
So
it's
we
their
can
bigs.
so we at least can say the bigs. At least
Yeah,
we
I
can-
give you- yeah.
So we can say that.
The
So-
bigs.
So for your sake of argument, we can't say a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward, but we can we can't. We can't say a point guard. We can't say one.
Luka.
And then we can say power forward and centers. We can say them.
1 power forward, and the rest are centers.
Okay, so that's 3 positions. And we can say at least one of those guys in 3 positions
3 positions
are dominating the league.
But you're saying Euros is taking over means you need more than
No, we don't
one in
need
every
more.
position.
You need more. You need more to consider that. He says, can we say if Luka wins at the Euro? Yeah, there's another because it's Jokic 2-time MVP, Giannis 2-time MVP, Giannis and Joker both champions, and if Luka wins, boom, here comes Luka, champion again. So now in the last how many years these Euros have been winning MVPs and championships? It's fair to say when Steve Nash won the 2 MVPs, they're like, man, hey,
The people
white
say
boy,
Canadians
white
is
boy,
taking over.
No, they said the white boys,
No one calls a Canadian one.
Hey, that white boy out here killing them, man.
That. Thank you. You said that, not them.
Because there was only one. That white boy. It's a bad white boy.
There's only one.
There's only one. Now that's
There's only one point guard.
You're talking about point guard. We're talking about Euro.
Like
We're talking about point guards.
It's easier to say the Euro bigs is taking over because out of all the bigs, there's more Euro bigs that are great versus everybody else. So when you go down the Euro bigs now, that is dominating, and the future Euro bigs with Sengun and Wemby and Markington and fucking Sabonis. You can say in the next 10 years, Euro bigs will be dominating, right? You say power forward bigs. After Giannis, who's second?
You reaching, man.
Who's second? Just answer the question. Who's second after Giannis? So when Giannis retire, who is the power forward Euros taking over? Okay. How about the 3 men? Any of them dominant now? Or dominant moving forward? Shooting guards dominating now. So it's easier to just say the 5 men are taking over. The Euro 5s are taking over the league.
Can we just say Euros? We're just gonna say Euros.
Euros is taking over.
Yeah. You don't have to say positions and shooting. These 4 or 5 guys are dominating the league.
Can I just say I enjoy the fact that you guys call every international player a Euro? As if that is the only.
Because then we're not gonna say SGA is a Euro because he would.
He's not.
Because you know.
He has
it would not help
Canadian
the argument.
passport.
It wouldn't help the argument because he's not American.
He's not European.
Because can we say non-American?
He can be
So
deported.
if we change the word to non-American,
He can be deported.
Then we would be like he'd be in the conversation. But if we say Euro, so we can't. So
Basically,
for
anybody
the
that can be
sake of
deported.
them trying to scramble for
You use
the
your-
conversation.
Just
we're
say
gonna
non-American. Just
We're
say
going to
non-
say these 4 guys have been dominating the league, and they're European. These 4 European guys dominate the league.
So
if Luka wins, it's fair to say that these 4 guys have been dominating the league in the last 6 years.
thank you. These 4 guys. Then shut the fuck up.
They're
about
Euros.
Euros.
Are those 4 guys
Because
not
when you say
Euros?
Euros, you're adding the rest
No,
of them.
we're
That
not
are not
adding-
good.
Are
Just
they
keep saying these 4.
European?
These
Are
4
those
guys.
4 guys
These 4
European?
guys. Just say that. That sounds better. These 4 Europeans are.
Are these
that is
4
even.
guys?
Narrow it down to who they are.
Are they European?
These 4.
Are they European?
We'll say 5. We got the Wemby in there.
Wemby.
He's coming.
Are they
Yes,
European?
and Sengun is coming.
Where are they from? They're from Europe, right? It was fair to say that
These 4 guys. Yes, you're right. So I can agree with you. These 4 guys are dominating the NBA, and they happen to be Euros. So these 4 Europeans.
So his question is it fair to
Is
say
you-
that me and Brandon are right
About the Europeans.
about the Euros?
These 4. Yes.
All right.
I agree.
Because
These
that's
4.
what we were referencing. We wasn't.
No, that's the only one. No.
We wasn't referencing all Europeans.
No,
in the
y'all.
NBA.
All y'all said the Euros is taking over the league. All y'all did the same thing. And then when I started pointing out, well, there's only fucking 4. The same 4 that makes the All-Star game.
What we were
Same
talking
4.
about.
No, those are the only one you named.
That's the only ones we were talking about. We weren't talking
No,
about
you're changing now.
anybody
You're
else.
stepping back. You even tried to do a draft and say you're gonna bring
we were
these
talking about USA versus
the
Europeans.
and then
that's a different conversation.
Then you got stuck on that, so now you want to stick to the same 4. It's 4. We get it. Yes, those 4 are brilliant.
Golly, boy, you was something.
Those 4 are brilliant basketball players.
What a way.
man.
Those 4 is taking over.
What a
wanna
way
give us
to
no
end
credit, man.
another glorious episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. Make sure you stick around for all new episode of Sheed and Tyler coming up next. But as I just said, this has been Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. We will see y'all tomorrow.